bro, episode 0 free game, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm so happy to be here.
We've been working together for like how long now? When did I meet you? Like
Was it
2021?
K2? Was it the K2 video?
No, it wasn't.
No, we had to have known each other before
It
that.
was Show Me Something.
I wasn't on Show Me Something.
No way.
Maybe you met the team. Dude, I was doing Dream Machine at that point, so I was in like
Oh
Kentucky.
yeah, dude, I forgot about Dream Machine. That's
Dude,
hilarious.
where?
It
I
might
must
have
have met,
been.
dude, I think I met you on K2.
You know why I don't think it's K2?
Hit me.
Because K2 was my first eye to eye. That's where I met you.
Eye to Eye, was that?
That was
Dude,
I was
I
that
don't
was
think
my
I was on
first.
that video too. Was
Oh
that the
come on,
loot one
actually.
with the multiple walls?
Yeah, you weren't
I
there.
was on that one, bro. I was Dream Machine.
The only reason I don't think it was K2 is because K2 was my first AD gig ever, and I had really known Puzzle by then. Like you guys trusted me enough
Yeah,
to
because
throw me
we
up as
asked you to
AD.
and back you down a U-Haul down a cliff. We
You remember
trusted
that?
you enough for that,
That's
bro. Of course I
what
remember
do you
that.
mean you
That
trusted
keeps
me? I was the only guy willing to do it. There's a
that
difference.
keeps me up at night, dude. I've showed
I still think
so
about it.
many people. I'll send you that video if you want. But I've shown
You
so
have a
many
video of
people
me
that,
going down?
bro, I have a video of it's just the U-Haul. I think it's actually going up, but bro, the noise of the gear clanging
Yeah.
around in the back is comedy, bro. You just hear like C-stands and lights bang, and I'm like, dude, the insurance is about to kill us. I want to clarify that this was years and years and years ago. We
Yeah, I
upped
don't know who
our.
was producer on that. So
Yeah, I don't know, dude. That
I
was
don't know who that
when me
was.
and you were gripping together that shoot,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Can't
yeah.
believe they asked us to do that.
I don't know who
Crazy.
AD was. I don't know who.
Yeah.
But bro, the
It's right,
funniest
you were
part,
AD.
everything. So Gabe calls me up because I was telling Gabe like I want an AD, I want an AD, right? Like because Amir was like the first AC that you guys usually went for.
Mhm.
I was the second or like backup first AC. But Gabe was like, "What else would you do?" And I'm like, "Dude, I want an AD." Gabe calls me up 2 nights before K2 at 3 in the morning. And he goes, "I got a gig for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, what is it?" He goes, "We're doing 3 music videos in 48 hours."
Bro.
And I'm like, "Gabe, I've never
AD
AD'd
nightmare.
before." And he goes, "Can you do it?" I'm like, "Yeah." We just get the win, bro.
That shoot was literal chaos, bro.
Yeah. But we
do
didn't go
feel the
overtime.
vibe was good. Yeah,
It was
didn't go
great.
OT. And I think the vibe actually for how crazy that shoot could have been was pretty good.
It was insane.
Like
We had no signal.
everyone was yeah, dude, at that freaking property up in I don't even know where that was.
Malibu somewhere. Bro, the first
The
location we pull up to,
first location was Malibu.
the first place we show up to, Amazon Prime is
I
shooting a
knew
TV show
you were
there.
gonna go with that. Yep, I forgot.
The first minute
Damn.
of my AD experience, the location's gone. And I just tell Gabe, like, just get in the car, just me and you, everyone else stay here. We find a spot.
I forgot.
MGK's business partner starts hitting on me. It was weird. We just run
Oh
into
my gosh, on the beach,
You remember
dude.
that?
Yes, he had like his dog with him. Bro,
Yeah.
that was such a crazy shoot. I miss K2, man. Shout out
Is he,
K2.
is
His
he here?
music's
Is he in London?
I think he's here right now, but we just
Okay.
haven't been cooking with him as much.
Yeah.
But he's a talent, bro.
But bro,
That was so nuts.
that was insane. But you've been a producer on all these shoots that I ever met you on.
So, dude, I think it was that one. I think weirdly enough, I think it must have been K2.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you come out with a feature-length documentary.
Dude, we were crafting in the dark. The story's actually kind of cute how it came about.
Yeah, so how did you find out about Eli?
So my really, really close friend. So through my whole Dream Machine life, I met probably my closest friend group that I've ever had. And there's a girl in our friend group named Anna who grew up in Duluth, Minnesota. We flew out to Wisconsin because my buddy Ike, who's like a famous TikTok wood artist guy, was throwing out the first pitch at a baseball game.
Oh, wow,
After the baseball game, yeah, so we were super excited. We all flew out. We're at a bar, and she's telling me about her friend who's about to bike across the country. And I'll admit, I was, you never know. There's so many stories to be told, and I was a little like, oh, this is really interesting. And then she gave me the full details of it, and I was like, oh, this is more than just a kid biking across America. This is a kid who's coming to
Yeah.
terms with grief, who has all these photos and journal assets of his father, who has this deeper meaning behind it that's not just about the trip, because 3,000 miles biking across the country is very impressive, but it's not like groundbreaking, never been done before
absolutely.
story. So she told me about it. It was her childhood best friend from her hometown doing this trip. And I want to say this part's a little fuzzy for me because we just got really busy with other productions in LA, and there was just no money in that doc. And even though we were working a lot and busy, we weren't making that much money. So it's not like I had a bunch of cash I wanted to throw around to go fly to the middle of nowhere and film this kid, and like do this documentary. So I'm trying to remember the timeline, but we book a commercial docu shoot with Red Bull in Minneapolis, which is 2 hours south of where the kid was. And it was 3 weeks before he left. So it was like, this is the stars aligning, like, I'm going to do it. I was really hesitant. I just didn't know if the money or the cards were going to play or the different ways to do it. But yeah, dude, we book a Red Bull shoot 3 hours south, or 2.5 hours south of Minneapolis, do the Red Bull shoot, drive one of Gabe's family friend's car up there. Gabe's my business partner, for people that don't know. Yeah, and we shoot
I
with
forget
him.
other people are gonna watch this. Sorry.
Yeah. No. That's literally where my mind. Like, people aren't gonna know Gabe. So my business partner's named Gabe. We were out there. He was directing that Red Bull shoot we were doing, and we get there. We spend like 10 hours with him. Starts pouring rain. We ruin our monitor. It like completely stopped working. But we got all the shots we needed. And that was kind of the fire that lit in me, like, oh, damn, now I have this 1 day of footage. So I went home, took that footage, cut a trailer together, and then started trying to fundraise money using GoFundMe, sending it private donors. I reached out to maybe 300 local businesses with like a deck that I'd made. And I think we raised like $4,000 for it. And I was like, perfect, that's good enough. I bought him a camera to track his trip and film and like do, as you saw, probably could tell what was our footage and what was his.
Yeah, was that a GoPro that you got him?
So he had the GoPro, and then we got him it was like an $800 camcorder.
Oh, okay.
Funny enough, before we had raised all the money, I was broke. So we did like a $200 camcorder, and I'm not kidding. The night before he left, it just breaks. And I'm like, damn it,
bro.
The
night before.
Literally the night before it breaks. You see in the doc that the night before clip, it's like really dark and it's like the worst quality in the whole doc.
Oh, that's what that is?
That's that little camera, bro. And it literally just stopped working after that.
That's hilarious. And you guys bought it like fresh out the box, or like did you
fresh out the box? So returned it. Amazon did us dirty with that one, and then we found a Best Buy on his path, and he went to Best Buy and got that nicer one, and we fronted the money. I don't think actually we had raised any money at that point yet, so that was just complete.
But you were just like, screw it, we're just doing it anyway.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm happy I did looking back, but in the moment I was like, what am I, like, this is scary, man. Like, also, me and Eli didn't know each other, which was
it's a pretty kind deep of story.
It's a very, very deep personal story, and that was, I think he had reservations for me initially too, because like that's a very personal story about his father, and I had reservations because it was expensive. I didn't know a doc. I think we ended up having 5 people shooting that doc throughout the whole process.
Like that, right? 5 cam ups.
Yes. Yeah, so it was kind of like a lot of figuring it out on the go. But looking back, I'm hyped that we did it. But damn, in the moment, dude, I was stressing every day that it was just not gonna work out and mesh.
Yeah, I got so many questions for you about like each step of the process. When you were like trying to get fundraising, what were you sending these people? Was it just a trailer that you were just like when you reach out to a local business, what are you saying?
Yeah, so I can read it if you want, because I sent like 600. This is the cold email I was sending to people.
And this is what, to like businesses, producers, shops, mom and pop stores,
everything, bro. Literally.
Everybody?
So
what did you just open businesses directory and just spam, or what?
Literally.
Genuinely.
So, but I did custom email everyone separately, which took
Yeah.
forever. But I
Yeah.
think that helped. So initially, when I went in to get money, I went after the big ones. Like, you know us, like, bro, we all have connections because of being out here.
Yeah.
Like, I had it connected North Face and Patagonia and like all these big companies. I was like, you know what? Maybe they'll give me like a small. This is small and like the
Something.
docs, but like 20 grand, 15 grand. Like, go
Yeah.
make this branded. Dude, no one even opened my emails. These are people I know, and people just curved me left and right. But I get
That's
it. You know,
crazy, bro.
it's a bold it's a
Yeah.
risk.
It's a cold
And it was
email,
also
bro.
quick. It was too quick, which is something I'll say like for any filmmakers that are trying to do this long term, businesses are gonna move slow. And I think
Yeah.
that's important to remember
Tell me about it, bro.
because
Tell me
I
about
was
it.
like, he leaves in 3 weeks. Like, I don't need the money in 3 weeks, but I need to know you're in. And just even the bike company that he biked the whole journey in was still
Yeah.
like 50-50. But no, the email I would say, so hey, business name, my name is Hunter Smallin, I'm directing the documentary. At that time, it was called An Adventure for My Father, which follows Duluth native Eli Beach Brown as he bikes across America in honor of his father, Jeff. We feel your business aligns perfectly with the heart of the project. We would love to explore this opportunity with you. And then I list out who we've collaborated with in the past. I said we've worked with companies such as Red Bull, Amazon, Apple on these past projects. But this film is deeply rooted in Duluth, and for that reason, we're seeking support solely from local businesses to bring this story to life. And then I think that was kind of the heart where I was almost trying to rally the town because it's a very small town. Everyone knew Eli and everyone knew his father.
Oh,
And
whoa.
even if they didn't, it still was like such a small town that there's like that pride almost, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like
know
people
exactly what you're talking
believe.
about.
So that was kind of my angle, and then I did the stats thing, and I was like, on average, small businesses spend 5 to 10,000 annually on marketing, but we're simply asking for a $500 sponsorship. In return, we'll give you exclusive video and photo assets. Your logo will appear at the end of the documentary, and you'll receive tickets to the Duluth screening. And then I talk about how many views we've got, and I attach the trailer, which was like 4.5 minutes that I purely made off of the footage we got in that one day.
You did a 4.5 minute trailer in one day? Like off of
Yeah,
one day of
so
footage?
yeah,
Was
yeah, it
that
was a
first
little
day, did you guys shoot like all the inserts of like the pictures of his dad and the maps and all that? Or
everything,
that was the first day?
everything, dude. Yeah, so
Whoa, dude.
realistically, I was only on quote unquote on site for 3 days. There was one day with
Whoa.
him in Duluth, yeah, and then 1.5 days in Yellowstone. Everything else was the departure day, which you can kind of tell in the beginning when that's actually my buddy's song that plays, but that it's like a 3 minute montage of him about to leave. You know, he's like packing the bag, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
he's like, I can't get the bike out of the garage. That whole
Yeah.
scene was shot by Anna, the girl who brought me the story.
Oh,
And the
no
drone
kidding.
shot she did too. Yeah, her
Dude, I
family
saw the
owned a
drone. I was like,
drone.
okay.
That was her, dude. I was like, she'd
That's
never
sick.
flown a drone before. I was like, dude, you kind
Yo.
of ate those like that bird's eye shot of him biking. I was like, she
Yeah.
was bird's eyeing the drone while also shooting on like an old Nokia camera, like
Well, at
tracking
the
while
same
doing the
time.
drone at the same time. And she's not a shooter. She's not a shooter at all. So she killed it.
She
And
is
I
a shooter,
think
bro.
she is a shooter.
She
She
is
did
now.
shoot.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
but
hilarious.
it had a gritty feeling that I was like, oh, this is like, I loved how gritty it felt in the end because it almost gave it like a home video style to the film. But
I
yeah,
mean,
with
the whole
fundraising,
thing felt so personal, bro.
yeah,
Like the whole
that's
way. I mean, it literally starts with him crying, right?
yeah. So
Like,
I wanted it to feel really raw
yeah.
because I was trying to find inspiration through other documentaries when making this, and
Yeah.
there's only one doc that inspired me throughout everything I watched. Like
Which one was that?
it's called Daniel. It's on HBO. It's probably
Okay.
my favorite documentary ever. Actually, the director of that doc gave me advice through editing. So he went to my school years before me, and I cold reached out to him on LinkedIn about the doc. And yeah, over the time we've kind of built an acquaintanceship relationship, and he'll text me
No
like
kidding.
I
Okay.
asked him a bunch of questions about how I should approach this, and he gave some really good advice. But that was kind of cool that the inspiration project I had, I was able to get in touch with the director and have him kind of giving me little tokens of wisdom throughout.
Yeah.
But waiting for his feedback. Come on, Ricky, let me know.
Oh, he hasn't
Let me
seen
know
it
how
yet,
you
has he?
like it. No, I just sent it to him. So,
Dude, Vimeo
and
crashed
he's a
on me
busy
like
guy.
5 times while watching it.
What?
Yeah, it like crashed for an hour and then I had to walk away and then
Dude,
like it kept saying
I have a
playback
YouTube
error.
link too.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Bro,
was. I feel like
Vimeo's
it's just me
killing me,
though.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
switching to Frame, man.
I'm
Vimeo's
done.
dead, man. Everyone, literally, that's a huge uprising right now. Is everyone's pissed off at Vimeo?
Really?
Yeah,
What's Vimeo doing, bro?
They're just not like their system's terrible. I had it crash 4 times when uploading it, so I had to keep going. Like I'd go to bed,
Oh
upload
man.
it, wake up, and it wouldn't upload. And I'm like, dude, I kept promising it to people and like festivals that I'd talked to. I was like, yeah, I'll have the cut to you tomorrow, and I'd wake up and be like,
Oh man.
Vimeo error, and I'm like, dude, come on. So I uploaded it to YouTube in the end and just set that out.
I had the same
But
problem with WeTransfer, bro. I had to stop using WeTransfer because of that. Like client wants the footage tomorrow
Dropbox,
morning and I'm like, I got you,
yep.
and then
Mhm.
95% of the way failed and the whole thing is gone.
Mhm.
So I just started using Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever.
That's Google Drive is what I use for all my clients now.
Dude,
Even
now
though
it's
it's
just
like
Google Drive.
not as sexy and like it's
No.
not like the industry standard, I love it. It's so
Gets the job
organized.
done,
Dude, I
bro.
have two
I know.
terabytes of storage
I'm on
for
the same
nine
one, bro.
bucks. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, this is so cheap.
Yeah.
But
And it's Google too. So
it's Google, so everything's connected. I mean, Google
yeah.
Photos is great too. We're doing an ad read
It's
for
a
Google
Google
right
ad
now.
right now. Yeah, yeah,
Google
yeah.
ad read. Just
Bro,
pop
I
up the
gotta ask you,
logo.
like, what made you say I'm directing this? Because in that first day when you shot that footage, were you already like, I'm the director or not yet?
No, I wasn't. I think it was very. I don't. Yeah, this is a really good question because I've thought about it a lot. Because I don't know when exactly the moment I was like, I need to take this and run with it. But I think after that first shoot day, because I had like done all the questions and I realized I was doing everything the director does on that project,
Yeah.
and I wasn't really stepping into that role. And I think there was a little bit of fear. Like I've directed 5 things, maybe 6 in the last couple years. Like I've mainly just produced.
I'm guessing
Um,
none of them are feature length either, right?
no, hell, like not even. Longest was
Okay.
probably 9 minutes. Yeah, no,
Okay.
maybe like a
Yeah.
9 minute long project. And yeah, I think I knew that this has always been the stories that I like to watch too. Like
Okay.
I love sad movies. I love inspiring movies. I love documentaries that are really deep and meaningful. So that piece, along with I realized I was doing everything a director would do, and I realized there was no money in it. So it's not like we could ask someone to do any of these things for
Yeah.
us. Like I can't ask an editor to go through 200 hours of footage and like make something.
And you edited
So
it, right?
yeah, dude, the
We'll
whole
get to
thing.
that, bro. We'll get to
That
that.
was nuts,
I
bro.
was watching the
But
whole thing and I'm like, I really hope it doesn't say you edited it at the end because I'm like, I can't imagine
bro,
how much
that's such a
footage, bro.
good set, bro. This will be so funny talking about that because that was 100 crash outs. But yeah, I think realizing I was doing everything the director was doing on the project, being very connected emotionally to the project, like it really inspired me. The subject matter of it,
Yeah.
and yeah, dude, just
But why were
wanted to
you drawn
try,
to it though? Like, there's a
dude.
difference between really liking it and then knowing, because you know what comes when you say yes to it. Like,
Yeah.
once you say, you already know how many sleepless nights and all that shit.
I actually didn't. I think I was negligent
Okay, it was like
to it. And
ignorance
there
or
was
whatever.
so many times when I was texting Gabe, who edits a lot of our docs as well as directs them, and I was like, bro, this is horrible, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know at all what he did. I didn't know he wasn't keeping me updated. Bro, he would just like,
Wait,
I want
hold
to
up.
talk to him. Bro, I don't know. Dude, this
How
is a
long would he be
whole
gone for, bro? I don't-
3 months of
Walk me
footage.
through it. So the first day,
So
you shoot with
first
him.
day, we shoot with him. Everything's great. I obviously know what we have there. I go
Yeah.
home. I cut the trailer. I feel good about the trailer. we go into the marketing mode. So my brain is only focused on getting money so
And
I can go visit him.
And Eli already left.
Eli left during this phase, and then he leaves. So we started immediately after we got back with the fundraising, and then he goes probably 2 weeks of fundraising, then he leaves. And we had the camera nightmare, audio night. Dude, there's, oh my God, I have so many editing stories this project. But it was just like a little bit of a rough start to get going because he didn't have a camera when he first left. So from Duluth to Minneapolis, I think he's just doing GoPro. Because the camera broke. Yeah, dude, I have a new love for GoPro after seeing what that looked like. It looked better than the freaking the $800 camcorder at some points. But he he leaves, then he bikes for about a month across Duluth through South Dakota all the way to Yellowstone. Me and my girlfriend drove up to Yellowstone from LA. Just partially, like, I could have probably flown, but I wanted to have my car. I had so much gear, and it seemed like a fun, adventure to road trip up.
Yeah.
We drive for like a day and a half to Yellowstone. We shoot in Yellowstone for a day and a half, and then came immediately back. And then never saw him again. So we finished the whole trip. Everything else was him. I was supposed to meet him in Utah to finish the finale, but I was on my first feature that I was producing, like a feature, like narrative project.
I know about that.
And, dude, I'll tell you, it was sick. I
asked you to be a part of it, but whatever. Anyway, moving on. It's okay. It's all right.
If I told you the money was cooked, bro, that was a nuts project.
No hard feelings.
That's nuts, dude. But
like, how are you keeping up with him though?
Bro,
how did he know?
Kinda wasn't.
Like, did you guys tell him like just document everything?
I told him document everything. I would send him shots I wanted. Every once in a while, I'd send him like a glump of what I needed.
Okay.
And then, yeah, dude, I mean, every once in a while, he'd send me like a big upload of the SD card. So probably at 4 points throughout the trip, I got like a huge glump of footage.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm gonna be honest, I looked through it, I skimmed it, but I didn't really like start editing until the end. So it was like all at once. I wasn't keeping, like, I was looking to when he was talking to camera to get info there. But dude, it was kind of a nightmare in the end, looking at all of that and trying to figure it out. But and then you know what? My producer on it, who's Eli's best friend from college.
That's Honor,
Miles
right?
Goldman.
Miles. All
college best friend is Miles. Childhood best friend's Anna. Miles flew to Colorado, and those like interview shots you see 60% with like the big mountain range in the back. Like, they're some of the most beautiful interview shots.
Yeah.
Miles shot those, and I sent him a list of questions to ask. So, yeah, dude, it was not a lot. He did a great. I gotta give him his props. Eli killed it with filming everything.
Dude, he really did.
He did an amazing job. Like, I don't think I would, even if I was in his shoes, I don't think I would have documented as much as he did.
No, even like his shots were good, bro. Like, the composition was pretty. Good. Yeah,
dude, right? He killed it, dude.
I was actually shocked. I don't think I would have done that. Like, as someone who knows how to shoot and stuff, I don't think I would have done that. Yeah.
I do think there's another thing to be said, though, about being outside alone for that long, and the only thing you have to do to stimulate you is filming.
Yeah.
I do think if me and you, because we're both like very creative-minded people, I do think we would be getting some like Tarantino shots out there with like put it in a tree and like
the trip would take us 7 months, bro, because we do setups.
That's what I'm saying. We do like setups. It's so funny when he'd like, because you'd see him like set the camera up and then bike past it and then have to bike back. I kept thinking, bro. I was so tempted to leave like bloopers in the reel of him like coming back and grabbing stuff, but no, he did an amazing job. And I mean, he's a very deep person, so that also helped. Like, he said some very moving things.
Dude, he was reading his dad's journal. He was reading his messages to his dad. It felt so personal. Like, it was really emotional, bro.
Yeah. Like, I barely cut those. I got advice early on to like cut them up, and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
think the beauty in it was kind of letting, like, obviously there's people that are gonna hate it. They're gonna be like, dude, it's I don't want to listen to someone read a letter for 4 minutes. But at the same time, it's like that's kind of what I wanted was these long, like, I want people to feel connected. I know there's a
Yeah,
shot
it's raw.
when that big moment going up the Powder River Pass, because you know how we, like, we're editors too, like we think
Yeah,
like that. Any sane person would have cut him getting to the sign at the end, but I left that like 50-second tracking shot of him biking up to the sign for like a long thing, and then I have the music fade out and just stop, and it's just dead silent up there, and I feel that almost set the tone from the exciting climb to you're gonna sit now and listen to him read a letter for 8 minutes. Like it's almost like preparing you emotionally that you're like you're about to
yeah.
listen to him
I
write
mean,
a letter.
the whole first half of the film is like the build up to the spot that he's going to. It
Mm-hmm.
almost felt like the whole point of the film was like for him to get to that spot.
Yeah.
So when he
Yeah.
got there, I was thinking to myself like, what's the rest of this like? Which is really cool
Yeah.
because the first half is like getting closer to his father
Yep.
because he's going to where, and then he has to let go of it, and then literally go back down the mountain. Like, you know, like
Yep.
life peaks a bit, and then you just have to watch him go through his journey of grief, bro. Dude, it's sick, dude. I loved watching it, and I kept thinking like,
Thank you,
dude, it's the
man.
first time like you direct something like this. You just fucking nailed
Thank
it.
you. Thank
So
you. I think too, there's something to be said, and I know you feel this too. Like we were surrounded by it so much, and I'm a movie fiend also. Like I feel like after watching, I've watched an ungodly amount of movies. I think you kind
yeah,
of like pick up on what makes a good movie. If you gave me like a different subject matter for my first project, I don't think it would have been good, to be honest. I think this subject matter is so in tuned with who I am as a person, and like I love these emotional, like raw types of stories that I think it almost was like a cheat code for me to get this in as my first one
yeah,
because I just felt very, I don't know, I felt
like
very
at home.
drawn. Like I felt at home with it. It didn't feel like I love sad music. That music you hear in the doc is stuff I'll just play at the gym, dude. Like
Jesus
we got sad
Christ.
sad boys hours, man. It's I love like have you seen Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
Yeah, so many times.
Okay, and then
So
Into
many
the
times,
Wild.
bro. No.
Watch okay, so Into the Wild and Secret Life of Walter Mitty and the Daniel doc. I wanted to make all three of those together into this. And maybe I haven't talked to anyone deeply about this film yet, so you're my first year. But
About
I
the
wanted
doc.
it to no, not like deeply.
Oh,
Yeah,
really,
you're
dude?
my
I thought I was
first
gonna
man.
ask you
Yeah.
questions. You're gonna be like, here we go again. The millionth time
No,
someone's
man,
asked me this, dude.
this is first. I had to get that thing to the finish line, bro. I was so I thank God, bless you, Miles. Miles handled a lot of this thing. I did that premiere that you saw photos of, bro. I didn't plan that at all.
What
I
do you
had
mean?
no
The
hand in it.
premiere.
The not premiere, sorry, screening, private screening in.
Oh,
We haven't done our world premiere yet. We did a private screening in his hometown with like 250
you
people.
didn't? I thought that was all you, dude.
No, they planned everything for me because
I'm
I
gonna
was
say, you in all the pictures, you look like the birthday boy who showed up to a surprise party. You just
dude,
look so
I didn't know
happy,
what I
dude.
was walking in on, dude. There was more so just being done. Like,
Oh
bro, I
yeah,
finished days before the screening, and
no
even that I
kidding.
didn't feel good. I have the best sound mixer in the world too. His name's Justin. I think I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. Dude, Justin cranks the entire dock mix in 11 hours, 12 hours.
Oh come
He
on, bro.
mixed the entire doc. No, dude. We have him working. We're doing post production for a TV show right now, and he's cranking full TV show episodes out in like 2 days. He's a killer, bro.
Who's this guy, dude?
So I literally don't know how we
What's his
found him, but
rate, dude?
he's
A million an hour?
no, he's not too expensive, man.
And
He
he works
deserves
solo.
more, and yeah, solo guy, hustler, man.
That's crazy.
He's a killer, but dude, yeah, we
Shout out Justin.
finished shout out Justin because I finished the whatever final cut, and then I sent it to him like, dude, the premiere's in 4 days with like 250 people. I'm like, can we crank his first pass? I don't think I had any notes. I think I literally took the first pass and showed it.
Oh man.
Yeah, so he's a killer. So yeah, I was very sorry. I feel like this was I led a roller coaster of side tangents here.
Nah, you're good.
So
It's a fucking podcast. It's like the whole
yeah,
point.
so literally, dude, it was insane, but he clutched up big for me, and he got it done. Super affordable. Like he pulled me the biggest favors. So
Oh yeah.
when this sells or if it sells, Justin's getting a bag from me, dude. I'm excited to give him some back end because that was I can't imagine how he did it. And bro, oh my god, the greatest point. I know this is more in the editing sector. I get the footage back every moment. There's a beep from the camera every 2 seconds. So it literally there was some issue with the camera. So you'd be listening to a conversation or like him filming, and it'd be like, so yeah, beep, beep, beep. So Justin had to go through and remove every beat from the
Bro, you're
freaking
kidding.
mix, dude. No,
Wait,
it
for
was
the whole ride?
the whole project. Everything he filmed, a beep over it.
Holy
Every
shit, dude.
every 2 seconds you'd hear a beep, like a pretty loud beep. And that was one of my biggest crash outs because I was like, dude, is it done? Like, is the doc
Are we
done?
cooked?
Can I save this? Yeah.
Are we so cooked?
But I didn't realize how good like volume mixing tech was because he was able to save it, no problem.
How many cameras did you shoot on? I know you guys have 5 different shooters. Were they all the same camera? Were they all different?
No, dude.
No. You could tell they weren't the same camera, but not in a bad way.
No, I know.
But
No, but I know, dude. It was a lot. So it was first day was the Komodo. The shoot day when he leaves, I think was like a really bad camera, like a Nokia.
What do you mean a really bad camera?
I like a photo.
Yeah,
camera.
what's a Nokia camera, by the way?
It's not a Nokia. I don't know what I'm saying. A Nikon, bro. Nokia. Nikon, dude.
There goes that partnership. All right.
Literally, bro. Nikon's gonna come for me, dude. Hey, I said red though. Red. I think Nikon bought red, so we're.
What was
still
the first
in
they
good graces.
shot on? Was it the Komodo?
Komodo, yep. So Komodo second shot on the GH6 for that day. The departing day was like a Nikon $400 photo camera.
No kidding.
So it really, it did not look the prettiest, but I ended up loving how it looked. Drone, really crappy Amazon camcorder for that one scene.
For 5 minutes.
For that freaking 30-second clip in there.
Yeah.
And then there was super cheap camcorder, the GoPro. I think Miles brought a camcorder in, his own camera, shot on that. And then I want to say back to the Komodo. Yeah, back to the Komodo. And then I think there's a couple iPhone things in there too. But, bro, it was a smorgasbord of cameras. We broke every filmmaking rule with that one, but...
That's hilarious.
Do you think it distracted you at all? Because that was our biggest fear, but I didn't notice it, but obviously I was so freaking locked.
No, that's just my AC brain going, is that the same color science? Is that the same depth of field or whatever, like lens characteristics?
None of it, bro.
Nah, dude, but I was like, it doesn't take away. I mean, that's the cool thing about docs, right? Is like, that stuff doesn't,
no rules.
It's not that it doesn't matter, but like, you just gotta tell the story.
Yeah.
One way or another, just tell the story. Yeah, dude. You could shoot on a Nokia for all you care.
Yeah, just
like
shoot on the freaking phone from 1999 and just have someone out there. Yeah, there was something about it that the grittiness of some of his footage, like some of it was really overexposed and like I had to make it look terrible so it didn't look as bad as it was before. But even that, I was like, oh, it just looks like throw some borders on it and call it a camcorder shot, and then it worked. Like some of all those borders were fake almost. Except for the home videos.
I do that a lot, by the way.
Yeah,
so every time I saw that, I was like, he's just like saving the footage. But it works because it makes it look like it's like a real thing or whatever, right?
Yep.
So you finish the shoot. So Eli reaches and all that. Now you have 200 hours of footage, 8 cameras, a camera that beeps every 2 seconds, 25 audio sources or whatever. And you're just staring at it. How do you start?
So
and then also, did you have an idea of what it would look like?
Zero idea, dude. Okay. I went in. So with editing this, I went in beyond blind. Like I went in and
There's
had
blind and then there's
probably,
you.
dude, I was literally like, there's blind and then there's like, I don't know
That's
what's going
hilarious.
on. Dude, I had 9 crash outs trying to edit this thing. Like in
What
the
do you mean by
beginning.
that? Like
I
legit crash outs.
just like literally I can't do it. Like over and over again. I'd wake up, stare at everything, wake up, stare at
That's the
everything.
worst part,
And
dude.
bro, I was like, what do I turn this into, dude? I can't watch
Yeah.
200 hours of footage. I'll lose my mind.
Yeah, I
Cuz
know.
like I should have probably I have a I'll talk about it after, but I have a way I would have done it differently now than I
Okay.
did it before. But the saving grace was a song named Back to You by my good friend Awin, who I ended up using some of his music in the film. And the song perfectly, weirdly describes everything that Eli went through. It was really strange. It was like one of the lyrics, like, I would have followed you to ocean blue, like following him across, like, I reach out for you and your touch is cold. Like, it weirdly fit. And listening to that song over and over again, I would say got me, this is gonna sound so cringe, but like in the vibe and like emotionally in tune with a
Why is
project
that
like
cringe, dude?
that.
Yeah.
I think the word just saying vibe, I feel like there's a better descriptor word, but we'll go vibe. It got me in the emotional state of like everything was making me emotional, so I was able to look at the footage with clear eyes instead of just looking at it like, what the fuck, dude? This is like the work. Like I don't know what to do with this. And using that song, I got in a better mood, and getting in a better mood allowed me to find that big ending song you hear
I
where it
was
like
just about to
rises.
ask you, was that the
That
ending song?
song, that's not his song. Him getting me in the mode for the project, I found that song and I edited that ending montage first. And I loved that ending
Whoa, okay.
montage so much that it was almost like my North Star, that I knew if I could get people to the ending,
Yeah.
I was fine. So, yeah, dude, I edited that little like 3-minute ending, like it's a very emotional, like
Yeah.
overcoming moment. And then, dude, freaking everything else just started clicking.
I gotta ask you
Like,
one thing, because oh,
hit me.
sorry, finish that point.
Oh, no, you're good. Hit me, hit me.
Because I just have one question. All the boxes that get ticked throughout the movie,
Yep.
you see them get ticked,
Yep.
except for one. You hear
Dude,
it,
so,
but you
yeah.
don't see it. Why is that?
Yep.
Why don't you see it?
You don't see it because it's crazy because he never saw the film until the premiere. So I had
Oh shit.
my cut. Yeah, dude. So he watched it with all his family and friends the first time. And we show the film. Everyone like asks us these beautiful questions and everything about it. Amazing. I had in my original cut the box getting ticked. Like I'll take my
Okay.
L there.
Was
Because
that
me and him had never talked.
was that in the screening? Was it ticked or not ticked?
It was ticked in the
It
screening.
was ticked in the screening.
And this 7-year-old girl, bro, like just hand shoots up and I'm like, yeah. We call on her. Bro, she goes, do you really think you could overcome your grief? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the one thing I was nervous about, was like, I never talked to Eli about that. I'm like, can you overcome grief? And then Eli gave this like beautiful couple minute long answer about, I feel that I'll never be able to overcome my grief. And then when we were celebrating later that night, we were all talking about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna untick it. Like, you can't overcome grief. What are we saying? So that is how it led there. But yeah, dude, the whole reason is you kind of go through this whole experience expecting this satisfying ending, and I put the happy Hollywood movie ending in it. Like, I'll admit, I did the Walter Mitty ending over here, but after
Okay.
talking to him, dude, like, you can't overcome your grief. Like, you just can't. So I'm
It's-
happy you caught that, because that was the whole
no, that was
point. I
my
even
favorite
added the
bit, dude.
writing. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm happy you caught that, because
But you
yeah, dude,
hear it though.
do you hear it? I'm like,
You hear
when
the
you
tick.
said that, I was like, did he not remove the sound mix? That's so funny. I may have to freaking upload it again and have
That's
him remove
hilarious.
that.
We're
Can you
re-editing
hear it
movies.
actually?
Yeah, you hear
Dude,
it.
oh my gosh, he must have like not on that last pass.
I love that you hear it, but you don't see it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you're like,
Dude, I'm like
because
watching it
you're
right now.
finishing the task by not overcoming it.
Can
Are
you
you
hear
actually
it?
going through it right now?
You can hear it. Damn it, dude. Why is that back in there, dude? Oh my gosh. Because there was a pass from the mixer and then it came back. Oh, I got to fix that before the screenings. But
I personally
thank you
love
for
it.
letting me know.
That's hilarious, dude.
That's so funny, dude.
Now you know I
Oh my
actually
gosh.
watched it.
Yeah, literally. Because he sent me a pass that he had removed it, and then I gave him a couple more notes. And I wonder if in
He might have
between those
understood it.
two,
Yeah.
he may have accidentally like unmuted it or something. But that's so fun. That proves I didn't watch it before sending it out to everybody.
That's funny.
What do you think? Just because I've sent it to a ton of people now, and I'm like, I wonder, what did you think that meant? Just hearing the noise without seeing it.
I loved it, dude. Like, he got to where he wanted to go, but it's not. How do I say this properly?
Because I'm like, dang, maybe I don't need to, maybe I leave the check.
He completed his task for like his journey or whatever, but it's
Yeah.
He finished it without overcoming. You know what I mean?
I like it. I like it.
Like,
That's
he did what he set out to do.
I'm telling people
The next time they interview you, you go, do you guys get it?
I was with my producing consultant Peter, and he was talking to me. He's like, "This is just how it resonated with." I'm like, "Yes, there we go."
No, because I love the idea.
So funny.
Of like,
it's like he finished the trip,
yeah, but
he didn't overcome his grief. I like
because
that.
I even not questioned, but I was like a little bit surprised with the wording, like overcoming grief. There's that clip of Andrew Garfield, bro, that like went viral when he talks about his mom. You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
That's like, what I watch 24/7. There's videos like that. That's why I'm such a freaking sad boy, bro.
I think you're depressed, but we'll
100%. That's the end of the talk. That's the last topic.
Yeah. No, but it's like grief isn't something you're supposed to let go of, because it's like the memory of that person that you hold on to. By the way, like, this is it's not a funny story at all. Like, I lost my grandfather 2 weeks before Christmas now. So like, watching it, thank you, brother. Watching it, like, it made the topic a little bit closer to home, you know? And it's like, there's not, like, even though it really sucks that he's gone, it's like, it's not something I ever want to let go of. Like, I literally, like, this is his coat that he used to wear.
Damn.
So I literally, like, take this across with me everywhere I go, because I'm like, I'm bringing him with me. You know what I mean?
I love that.
So it's like, it's not overcoming, but I like the ticking sound, but not the, I don't know. I loved it. When you did that, I was like, artist. My boy's an artist.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm really sorry to hear that, but I do think there's something beautiful about like keeping those things with us. Yeah. There's my grandfather passed away when I was really young, and he gave me he was in the military, and like his flag, and like that'll forever be in my childhood room.
Oh,
like,
wow,
when I get a house someday, I'm gonna have it there. Just like those things that connect us to the past and to this person. And I think reading those, because he read all those journals. There wasn't a ton of good footage I could have used, so I kind of left
he read
that.
all of it.
He read all his dad's journals.
Whoa.
So okay. I do think there's a world where him having the photos, the journals, like in the beginning he's wearing his dad's biking outfit, these things that connect us to like people we've lost. But that's really interesting you say that, because I've shown this film to a couple of people now, and I showed it to an older woman who's my friend's mom, and she had lost both her parents at a young age. And she sobbed the entire project. And I feel like there's something about this where I may not even go like the normal route when it comes to, like, I'm gonna do festivals and everything, but I kind of want to submit it to nonprofits and like grief charities and donating it for screening, like have it be almost like that, or to like kids that just lose their parents. Like, I think this film would have more of an impact seeing like getting out of your comfort zone and going and do something and trying to reconnect in that way versus just doing the Hollywood game. Like,
did you have any idea it would look like this when you were doing it?
2 days ago I thought like trying to make it work, so I need to put pen to paper and actually like figure out what that would look like. But something I feel
No,
like
but did you
that would
think?
mean more to me.
Did you think it would have
Oh,
this
initially,
effect on people when you were working on it?
no way,
What did you
dude.
think
I
like
was
the message was of the story when you were working on it?
I think when I first started, the message was gonna be a lot more North Face documentary, like match cutting
Modeling shots
his
and all that.
yeah, like match
That's
cutting
hilarious.
him with his dad, and like I thought the story was gonna be more the how do I put this? The unity of their trips and how similar their trips were.
Yeah.
But then when I saw him reading those journals, which I had actually already got probably a week and a half into editing before I found that ending journal read,
Oh
like the
wow.
really, really emotional one. So I found that, and that was also like a rocket fuel to keep going because I knew that that would lead into that ending better. Um, but yeah, dude, I think it was something completely different when I started, and then I saw those moments. Then I cut it together like a story, almost like a movie,
Yeah.
where you go through, you have your rise, you have your fall, you have your conclusion, and then when I added, and this is what I was gonna say when I was talking about I would approach it differently now. I watched that and it felt like an hour and a half, not a vlog, but it felt like it just didn't feel like a film at all. It just felt it didn't hit. So when I went back in and added the maps, the graphics, the text, the different acts, all these different pieces in,
Mm-hmm.
that's when it came together. And I think those things help shape it around grief more so than just the footage.
Yeah.
So I think probably about 3 weeks into editing, it came clear that this was not an adventure documentary film. This
'Cause
was a
that's
deep
what I
film about
kept
like,
thinking it was before I
yeah,
had seen it. And I don't
yeah.
even remember where he went, dude.
It's
Like
not important.
physically. Yeah.
That's the piece, dude. Like
Yeah.
I it
And I
literally
just saw it, by the way. And I don't
yeah,
remember what state he went to at the end.
exactly. I think I love that you say that because to me it was never important. The journey isn't what's
No.
this film isn't about biking across the country.
It's literally a
It's like
journey with him and his dad.
it's a journey with him and his dad, and then in the end, I'm sure you caught this, like he almost admits to himself why he's feeling all the regret,
Oh yeah.
like
The regret
of not
comes up.
seeing his dad.
Yeah.
And I think he teases it in that Colorado section. He teases it a little bit. He's like, I regret not seeing you more,
He
and then
mentioned
moves on
something about it.
immediately.
Yeah.
And then that's almost like a tease for when you get to the end. It's this whole piece about, oh my God, like I regret not going and visiting. I regret for leaving you out of my life. I regret not bringing you around my
Yeah.
friends, and all these pieces that to me is what actually the story was about.
That probably hits the
Like
hardest, I
coming to
imagine.
terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was right at the end. It was everything about this project just worked. It was so weird. Like Powder River Pass is such a perfect, like, emotional, exciting moment with like a really beautiful, like, reservation ending at the end. And then like he comes to terms with grief. He goes connects with nature. Everything. I didn't have to lie about the timeline. Like the timeline, just like that clip of him in the tent was 2 days before it was over that I used in the ending. Like
Oh, legit.
everything,
Like it was all real. The
like literally
time-wise.
right at the everything was real timeline. I didn't move any sections over, honestly, except for the flat tire. I don't know when the flat tire happened.
Okay.
Not an important moment, but that
Yeah.
was the only piece that I was like, I'm just gonna put it here. But yeah, dude, I think it was meant to be, and it felt extremely difficult, but also extremely easy to see once everything clicked. It was just more so about making it not sound and look like crap.
Yeah. Don't take this the wrong way. I edit way too much so I can spot these.
Yeah.
You can hear the
Heavy.
voice isolation in some of the audio.
Mm-hmm.
And then even better, there's some shots where you can see like the stabilization with the optical flow on like you'll catch like the
Dude,
smidge of a
that-
frame.
Are you okay? So are you? If you're talking about
The lake shot.
there's a oh yeah. That dude, I didn't have any whatever you call it. I didn't have.
Like a
I don't
gimbal or
know why
anything?
I didn't shoot that. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just hold on that shot for longer. I
Yeah.
like went through my footage. I'm like, dude, am I tweaking? Why did I literally do this and then move on? I'm like, that's such a beautiful shot.
That's all
But you
like
did catch it.
I caught like the little smidge of like the stabilization where this frame kind of.
That's when it says Ice Lake on it.
I think so. It's like the sunset shot over the
Yeah.
lake.
I
But bro,
think that's the one.
that was
Yeah.
like my biggest like realization when I started shooting myself. Bro, I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, let me get this shot, and you point the camera and you go, great, and you're like, you get to the edit and you're like, what the fire this guy, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Dude, literally.
So now
But
it's
no
like a
one
reflex.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get away with it. Sometimes it doesn't make the cut because of it.
Yeah.
Like now there's like a reflex in the back of my brain when I'm getting a shot. I'm like, all right, I got it, and then I'll just say, just shut up and like stand there for just 5 more seconds. You don't know what
Literally,
that'll
just-
do for you
just
for the edit, bro. So
I like
funny.
the 5-second rule where you're just like, hold on it, get it,
Yeah.
hold on it, get it.
And-
Even the biking stuff was so hard to get. Because, dude,
What do you
people kept
mean?
honking at us. Because, dude, we're in Yellowstone, and my car is just really small windows. So I, like, had to go out of my car to shoot it. But it was really tough because we'd start to get a shot. He'd go too fast by us, and then we wouldn't get the
Yeah.
shot. Or he was too far back, and you could see the back of my car when I was pointing it. Or there's always 1,000 people driving in Yellowstone, so people were honking at us, trying
you
to go
guys
around
made
us.
Yellowstone look empty. That's for
Bro,
sure.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
There was so many people, dude, and they were driving
Really?
us crazy. Yeah, there was one lady that like swerved towards me, and I was like, really? When I was on the side of the road, I was like, you're such a dick. Like,
Seriously?
get out of here. Yeah, I have the footage. You can literally see
Okay.
me sitting there, and they swerve and honk, and you see me like fall back with the camera.
Oh shit.
But so annoying, bro. Literally, people suck.
Yeah.
But no,
I
man,
just,
it was.
I just gotta check some. Is my camera
No,
too
you're good.
dark right now? Because it's definitely getting dimmer outside.
I feel like it looks fun.
Yeah. Let me just throw this on there just in case. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. You know I'm pretending to know what I'm
that-
doing. Get that
Hey, man, we
effort
gotta
sheet.
fake it till we
Just
make
get
it.
this
Oh,
up.
yep, bro. I need one of those, dude.
You don't
Those
have
are
one?
so clutch. No,
Bro,
I need
everybody
one.
uses this now. I feel like that looks terrible. Do I just leave it the way it is? That
I
might be
feel like,
better.
I mean, is this the Blackmagic camera I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, you want to see it?
I
That's
feel like
the
it
UI.
looks fine.
That's the UI right there.
Oh no way!
Yeah. All right.
That'd
Whatever.
actually be kind of sick to leave that. I'm not gonna lie. Like if
Just
it
do the
didn't
whole
have
bit.
the vertical lines, just have like the thing on
Just
the
do the-
outside.
I mean, I could get rid of them, but this is a professional
No, it's
podcast,
kind
sir.
of sick.
It has
Yeah,
to be
my
clean.
bad, my bad.
It's a
My bad,
professional.
man,
Please,
my
brother.
bad.
Let's
My
try
bad, my bad.
it.
But
Yeah, where are we at? Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you this because I had a similar experience where I tried to make a doc,
yeah,
and I know the thing that. So I actually stopped making it. It's not stopped forever because it's in Lebanon.
yeah,
But the subject of the story was so emotionally like heavy that there was so much responsibility in the edit and in making it, where you have to honor this person and make sure you get it right, and then also make it good because this guy gave you his time and is telling you the story about his dad. Did that play a part for you in any of it as like a motivation or like a fear for you in the edit while making it? How did that go? Or did
I
it play at
think-
all? Like, did you feel like a guilt or responsibility while making it?
I felt a heavy responsibility to almost to Jeff, his dad, more than anybody.
Okay.
Because I think in a weird way, this is Jeff's son. Like I wanted, and this is their story almost. Like it was really strange. I kept wanting to give honor to Jeff throughout the project. I don't know if that's normal, but like I feel that when Jeff passed, he probably had no idea any of this was gonna happen. Like
No.
Jeff ain't thinking there's gonna be a
Yeah.
doc and like all over Duluth, but I don't know, dude. I felt really, really in tune with making this like good for him and good for his son,
Yeah.
more so than just doing it for Eli. Like I think I wanted it to be more more, I don't know how to say this. More of a film that touched and was deep for everyone going through this while also honoring Jeff. So for Eli, I mean, Eli is a very, very fun, like hype person when you meet him.
Yeah.
So I think that is also tough. Like, I never saw Eli as he was in the doc.
Oh,
like,
really?
Personally. Really never. Like, if you watch all our interview moments in the doc, there's nothing super raw and deep.
No, they're
like
lighthearted.
It's more instructional. They're very lighthearted. And then when I saw that, I was like, whoa, that is not at all what I thought this footage was going to be. So I think there was that piece. And honestly, the biggest piece when it came to editing it, dude, the timeline I had was so ridiculously small. So Eli moved to Chile for a job. Yeah, so he literally moved. We did the premiere on Saturday. He moved Monday for 6 months.
Whoa.
So I had to have the film done on that Saturday. So I only had about 2 months to edit the entire film. So
no kidding, bro.
Yeah.
You just did this.
It was, this just happened. Literally, I started editing when I got home from Christmas this year. So I think,
what the hell?
I would wake up at like 6 a.m. and I'd edit for probably 14, 15 hours straight. Go to bed, wake up the next day. It was my full-time job getting this thing done.
I've never edited that hard. No way.
But it didn't feel like work because I was just like trying to get. In the end, it did. Like the nitpicky stuff sucked. I was so annoyed. But
figuring out like the whole mountain was like easier for you.
The mountain was easy in a different way. Like I'm competitive to the point I didn't want to stop until I had it. Like, I'd go to bed angry that I didn't crack it.
The exact same thing, by the way.
I'm like, bro, I'd rather edit for another 4 hours to crack it. And I remember there was probably 3 of those crack moments. And when I hit that final one, I finally felt free. And then it became a lot harder to edit after that.
Okay,
like, once I had that, I feel like I beat it. I beat the project. You know, I overcame.
You still had to keep going.
And I had to keep going. I was like, dang, dude, it's like winning something, and then you got to go out and keep chugging on it for all the nitpicky things, the little text, the graphics, the handwriting, like many of those things took so much time.
What color is the font
to use? Literally, like all those little pieces, and then sound was so big too with like timing the music. Like I've never edited a feature doc. I don't know how to transition scenes with sound.
So what did you do?
It's such a science.
So how did you did you ask people for help? Did you?
No. Me and Gabe watched it once super, super early on when it wasn't even close to how it is in the end, and then no one saw it after that.
Wait, you didn't show it to anybody until it was done?
No. Literally. I was competitive with myself and trying to just kill it. Yeah, I got no notes. Gabe hadn't seen it. Like, no one in that room had seen it besides Morgan, my girlfriend, who did the graphics. So,
she did the graphics for the whole thing.
She did the graphics, and the poster. Dude. She's a killer.
Dude, the poster's sick, by the way.
Did she do good? That's her first one.
Come on.
That's her first movie. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I was so hyped when I saw it. Yeah. Because I think posters can
poster
make
makes
or break.
It so legit, by the way.
That's what I tell people, dude. I'm like, bro, it's not. It's like the whole argument about you could put a banana in an art gallery and it looks expensive. Like, if you, and so many people have amazing films, but they don't market it correctly, or they don't focus on the wrapping paper, which is sometimes more important than what's in the box.
Yeah.
Like wrapping, the poster, the marketing, the posts you make about it, the attention you grab to it. Like, it's so important. It sucks it's important. It should be, about the film. But if no one sees it, no one sees it.
So what's the make or break points when it comes to marketing this kind of stuff? Or you stuff you feel like people are missing? Because I feel like you're doing it pretty well.
Yeah, I think I'm an extreme perfectionist, almost to a bad point. Like I can't post something that I'm not proud. Like I just couldn't do it if I didn't like it. It would just bother me.
Yeah.
So I think for a film, like I'm also learning this part too. I've never distributed a project. I've never
How's
been
that
acquired.
going?
I've never. Pretty good. We have a weird connection with a very, very big company, which has been really interesting, and they've been with us the entire time waiting for the doc to be edited. I don't know
Okay.
what I can say about it, but they've been really, really receptive and kind and like almost weird. They're like, we can talk about giving you guys money for festivals and attaching our name and all this stuff. So I hope that happens. We sent it to them yesterday.
Fingers
So
crossed.
fingers crossed.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're catching all this as it's going. But dude,
that's cool.
I've never done this before. I'd say good poster, good trailers and promo. I think Gabe's doing an amazing job right now. My
Basketball
business
State?
partner has a
Yeah.
basketball documentary, and he's slowly releasing these clips, and they're going insanely viral for
Yeah.
long form content on platforms not made for long form content. So that's been motivating for me to see and be like, oh, I could do this and cut pieces.
Yeah.
But give me your advice. What can I show from that doc, would you say?
Bro, I didn't see the
Like-
trailer. So I haven't seen
Okay.
anything.
I'm saying after watching it, what would you cut out for like teasers, you think? Because there's such big moments that it's kind of like I can't
Yeah.
show Powder River Pass and I can't show the big ending.
No.
So I'm kind of like just montage stuff with like maybe quotes he
The,
says.
the montage, I feel like would feel very vloggy.
It would feel very vloggy.
Oh, I gotta
agree.
ask you, by the way, where did you get those quotes from? Because you don't source any of them.
No, those
Is
are
that
me.
like
I
Sad Boy
wrote those.
Journals or what?
That's,
Oh, it
That's
is.
my Sad Boy journals. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So the way I want to approach it from like an artsy standpoint is I felt inspired while watching the film to write those,
Yeah.
like going through it, but those are placeholders. So Eli is scoping through his dad's journals to find quotes that relate to the next section, and if we can't do that, Eli is going to write journal entries related to those because the quotes directly relate to what happens next. So I still need it to somewhat work. But yeah, no, those are me. I wrote those. I'm not gonna
That's
not
funny.
gonna lie about that.
Because I saw
Yeah, those are all-
there's no like person who wrote them, and
No
I'm like,
person under it.
I wonder where he
I
got
should have
those
just
from.
signed HS or something, dude, and see if people caught on.
Right? Yeah, I feel
Done my
like
initials, but
I gotta pause for just one second. I feel like it's getting way too dark, and I don't know.
no, you're good.
Let's just try to manage something. But I didn't expect to talk to you about the podcast for this long. I felt like you were gonna try to like it wouldn't last.
No, bro. You know
This
I
is
like to yap, man. Come on.
Yeah, you're talking
It's
to a
fun.
professional. You're talking to a professional yapper
talking
too.
This. Yeah, come on. But I think I appreciate this conversation so much because I showed it to a theater full of non-filmmakers.
Right.
Me and Gabe haven't really had time to fully debrief the film. Like, it's just been go. Like, he literally left the premiere and then the next day flew to New Jersey to capture some Basketball State stuff and then went to Toronto for a festival that we got into up there.
Was Toronto for Basketball State? Okay.
Basketball State, yeah. So he got in for that one, and then he just got back like yesterday. So we haven't really debriefed the film too much, and then
So I'm seeing
like, no one else. You're seeing all the raw thoughts, and I haven't PR trained for this, so I'm just giving you everything.
No, it's funny. When you see this, if you watch it back, you'll be like, all right, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say that. And you can tell me what to
Nah, I
cut
don't
out,
care.
by the way. But
Nah, dude,
But,
honestly.
I'm having game on
Everything's-
Friday.
Dude, he
so-
told me. I was hyped. I'm like, let's go, dude. I'm like, puzzle up, baby.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can see Basketball State. I haven't asked him yet, but I gotta ask
Dude,
if I
yeah,
can.
you should.
Yeah,
Of course you can,
it's
dude.
done,
What?
right?
Episode, I think 1 and 2 are done.
It's
I
a
think it's
series?
4 episodes. Yeah, it's a docuseries.
No kidding, bro.
So yeah, episode 1 is what he's been submitting to festivals and getting into, using the episode.
Yeah.
It could be individual docs, but I like where his head is at with a docuseries.
That's
It's
cool,
just we gotta
bro.
figure out how to sell it. Yeah, just gotta figure out what the heck how you do it, dude. It's like, it's tough because we can't just sell it outright because, we use footage from basketball games and NBA footage and coverage and journalists. So you gotta first is sell it. Then that company needs to go out and license all that. So it's like they spend the money to buy it. Then they got to spend the money to
Yeah.
license certain clips. And then they could distribute it. So in the big boy league, that's probably nothing. But for us, it's a little intimidating. Like, how do we can't license NBA
Yeah,
footage
'cause I
for
was
something
gonna
that we
ask
don't
you,
know if
like-
it'll have a return.
Yeah, dude, licensing's probably intense.
Very intense. NBA footage will be expensive. We need I keep joking that we need like a dad production company to come in and freaking take it off
dad?
our hands and run with it.
You mean like a big boy production, or
A big
like
boy production.
one of those like bigger guys?
Do you know I think our dream person would be, he did a Last Chance You. Have you seen that
No.
on Netflix? It's really, really, really good.
Last Chance You.
Yeah.
What's that about?
And it's a full docuseries about,
Like college basketball?
it's like it's not. It takes college basketball people that didn't make the league and they give them like one last chance in this private league. I think it may be
Oh.
high schoolers too.
I've seen
You're
something
catching me
about that.
red-handed. I haven't seen it. It's Gabe's
Yeah,
inspo for
okay.
like where to take it, but I believe it's kind of like a last chance to get into the league
Yeah.
before. But
Isn't that like the NBA D League? Isn't that sort of
very similar. I think it's even below that. I
below
think it's
D
like,
League?
yeah,
Yeah, because there's a TV show about it and all that
maybe
stuff.
D League though.
I don't know.
I need to watch it
I
after
stopped
this.
watching NBA, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Stopped
I'm
watching.
not into sports right now
Okay.
at all.
Bet.
Sports have died for me,
How's
dude. I
basketball
don't.
stay going? That's
I like
hilarious.
the personal stories behind the athletes, but I don't think I don't want to just sit and watch basketball for 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's so many games, too. Dude, Gabe
Bro,
watches all of them.
There's
like
81
80
games a season.
That's too much.
I used to watch them all.
That's too much.
And I used to they used to be at like 3, 4 in the morning. For me.
Who's your team?
Well, I was in America when I was in high school, dude. I was in Lebanon.
No, I know, but who are you getting up to watch?
I really hope my computer didn't just crash. Bet. All right. So the Grizzlies, bro.
Oh, Grizzlies.
Yeah,
You're a
I
Jaw
was-
guy?
I was a Memphis fan, dude, for like a long time with Mark Gasol
Interesting.
and Mike Connolly. And
Okay.
then, dude, I used to say for years, I like literally, I said if you give Gasol to another team with one good like star player on it, they win the ring.
That'd be good. Yeah.
No, they
And
win.
didn't he do that?
They
who did he do
traded
that
him
with?
to Toronto,
Toronto with
and
Kawhi.
they gave him
Yep.
Kawhi. And
Yeah.
bro, I literally,
Mark's good, dude.
I
Powell,
bet on
too.
Powell was a legend. I bet on it before the season started, and I won big.
Wait, like bet
Yep.
money?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Except I was
I'm
a kid, so I
huge
bet
Powell
like 20
fan.
bucks. So,
Hey, still the bragging rights. Dude, I
Yeah.
loved Pau Gasol, man.
Powell's
I
a
think
legend, dude. I still love Mark.
Pau, Kobe, Meta, that was my team, man. That was like what got me into basketball was that Laker lineup.
When did you stop watching? When did you get bored? Was it like when they became like who was it? Cleveland and Warriors like 4 years in a row, bro? That kind of
Yeah.
pulled me out, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I don't know what I'm doing with this lighting, but whatever, who cares? Post production.
I think it's fun.
Bro,
I think
green
I
as
think
hell.
it's just
I
throw
look
some
like a-
grain on it, bro. Make
I
it look
like
artsy.
lizard, bro. Yeah, okay. I'll just
The,
white balance it up in DaVinci.
There we go. Are you
Alright.
Da Vinci?
Yeah, dude, I'm DaVinci all the way.
I need to get on that
Let me
wave,
see if this
dude.
works. No, it's too blue. There we go. It's just a white balance problem. I'm horrible at this.
I think it looks fine.
Thanks, dude. That's because you're supportive and you lie. So, whatever. We'll just stick
Come
with
on,
whatever
man.
this
Sad
is.
boy hours, dude. I gotta be kind to everybody.
Sad boy. That's insane, man. Why do you like sad movies so much and all this sad stuff?
I don't know, dude. It's just in my DNA. I've never understood it, but they resonate way harder for me than just like guns and cars. I've just felt always like I think the future will be a lot more of these emotional stories for like what I do next
you.
and what for me. I do want
Okay.
to pull puzzle that way too, though. I want us to have a whole division dedicated to like real emotional stories because, dude, speaking from the heart, I think the industry's I don't like it anymore, like at all.
Oh,
I'm tired of it.
Don't get me started, bro.
It sucks, man. Like
Yeah.
it.
It's not even
I
human
don't-
anymore.
No, dude, I don't want to do a bunch of music videos forever. Like,
Yeah.
dude, these music videos are under budget.
Oh
They're
no, it's not even
exhausting.
about that, dude. It's just like the industry sucks right now.
Yeah, not even about the. You know
The
what? You're right. It's not
stories
about the
we're
money,
telling just suck. Like
dude.
everyone's favorite movie is Interstellar, and nobody knows
Yeah.
why.
Yep.
They're like, oh,
It's
it's my
like,
favorite
dude, I
movie.
love.
Bro,
I'm
it's
like-
like the most emotional story there is, and
Yeah.
it's like the most spiritual movie there is. Like Nolan
dude.
isn't I don't know if he's like Catholic, like him as a person, but he was
I don't know
raised
that.
Catholic.
Yeah.
And he admits that like all of his films are culturally impacted by Catholicism or
The
whatever.
church
Yeah, bro. Like
makes sense.
Matthew McConaughey's character's name is what is it? Something Cooper, Joseph Cooper, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's literally like
Is it
it
Josh
trends,
Cooper?
something like that.
Yeah.
Was it Joseph? No. I remember reading some article about it, bro. Like it's a direct
But it's about like the
relation
biblical...
to the Bible, 100%. Like how he like crashes into Earth in the opening scene, and then, and all that stuff. Like Inception has a bunch of
Oh, his name's just Cooper,
yeah.
or maybe that's his nickname. But
No.
yeah, it makes sense, dude.
Cooper is like a
The
barrel maker,
undertones.
like carpenter. Same
Yeah.
as bro, all of it. Anyway, and
It
like
makes sense, dude.
and apparently the reason he didn't name the protagonist in Tenet is because of that too. Because the guy's name in Tenet is
Whoa.
literally protagonist. So it's like a face. It's a
didn't know that.
nameless something. I can't remember. This is not gonna be in the cut because I look like a dipshit right now. Because I can't quote
Dude.
any of it. But
No,
yeah,
but
no,
it's
I'm not
true,
a fan,
dude.
dude, of where the industry's going. Like it sucks. Like everything I'm writing right now is like super emotional. Well, not emotional, but human.
Yeah.
Like
It
it's all
should
human
be
undertone.
human. It feels like that our industry has sold its soul finally. It almost was like kind of holding on there
Yeah.
for a bit. Like I think corporate mega companies have done it, healthcare companies have done it. Like all these big companies have already, they sold their soul forever ago.
But
It
what was
feels
like the final
film
straw
is
for me?
Hit me.
James Bond.
With Amazon?
Yeah, well, the problem was that they sold to Amazon, but like the original partners kept creative control of Bond.
Yeah.
They
Forever.
just
They just sold
stepped
it.
down.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's gonna be sad, dude.
We're gonna get Jimmy Bond, Johnny Bond, 7 spin-offs.
It's gonna be true. They'll have an
Ducati
Amazon. They'll make a
sponsors.
movie and then do a docu or a TV series off it, and then
Yeah.
it'll just be James Bond the series.
Yeah. No, it's a shit show.
They're just, yeah, dude. I don't know. It's me and Gabe talk a lot about it too, like what the future holds. But I don't know, dude. I don't think LA is where I stay either. I'm honestly so jealous you're in London,
Bro,
dude.
I miss it so much. Don't get me started on London.
You miss LA?
Yeah, I miss LA like crazy, bro.
What?
Bro.
Dude, I miss Europe, man. I love it over there.
Well, I love it
Budapest,
too, but,
bro.
like,
Go to Budapest.
What's in
Industry's
Budapest?
popping in Budapest.
What language
$1
do they speak in
billion.
Budapest, bro?
Hungarian, but
There you go.
everyone knows English. Yeah, true, I guess.
No,
Gotta be
London.
realistic.
London's been fun, but like a lot of canceled projects for some reason. Like Jan was fully booked. All of it got canceled. I'm not kidding. 5 weeks of work. Right
had
down
nothing.
the drain. Bro.
Yep.
Feb, 3 projects, all pushed to March. March got pushed to April. Yesterday I got an email that like the big project got pushed again with no confirmed date. And I'm like, what are we doing? Bro, like this
Yeah,
one
dude,
company, this other company I was supposed to work at, I don't know if I'll keep any of this stuff in, but like the guy stepped up and then they fired so many people, and then they thought it was going to be like a smooth transition with like all the new hires and fires and shit, and then like everything
Yeah.
went to shit. And like
What?
yeah, it's a shit show. Like everything is restructuring, and like so many gigs are going, and I'm like now I keep pitching people. I'm really pushing for like director gigs because
Yeah.
I've run out of excuses not to do it. If you want.
Yeah.
And then
That's
the
a
problem
big
is, bro,
thing, dude.
yeah, but like the problem is like you'll write pitches, you'll write treatments, you'll write treatments, and then
Over
people
and
will
over
like
and over.
it. Like a
Yep.
client will like it. Dude, we were supposed to shoot something in November for this company. And then she pushed it to Jan. And then Jan got pushed to Feb. And then now she's like, well, maybe it's a good thing in August.
Damn.
Bro, business people
just-
will push things forever. Like client, because you were
they
talking
just
about
want to
that
keep
earlier.
you on fish.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm like, we're doing a podcast.
What keeps you in it? Yeah,
Oh,
what keeps
dude,
you in it though?
the sheer ability to not be able to do anything else,
That's fair.
bro.
Because you don't want to do anything else, or you just can't.
Oh
You're
no,
very capable. You
I'm
could
pretty
do.
good at a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could do. You just mean you just don't mentally. But okay, I guess my bigger question, because I was literally thinking about this yesterday, the entire day.
Hit me.
What is keeping you in the game? What part of this is keeping you in the game? Because we work our asses off to do low budget music videos, get rejected over and over again, and I'm like, okay, so I'm not in the game for that, but that's all I'm chasing.
Yeah.
I don't really care about commercials that much, but that's all we're chasing.
Yeah.
I haven't felt so alive about a project until I did an unpaid documentary that took 7 months of my life.
Dude, how rewarding was it?
It was pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Immediate depression hit though, dude. When I was on that plane flying back from Minnesota, dude.
Yeah.
Because dude, all my friends and loved ones came. Everyone was like partying. Like we got a 26-person Airbnb. Like, bro, it was
holy shit, dude.
popping, bro. And having all that, I got to see the film in the theater twice. I got to see it once with 3 people before.
Okay, cool.
Which was, honestly, I even enjoyed it more because it was so intimate. It was just us 3 in like a whole movie theater. And then the next day, seeing it in a theater, like I got so emotional, like thinking about all the hours and the story and like my friends all being there. Bro, that I think it's like gold medal depression or something they call it for athletes, hit me so hard, bro.
Yeah.
That it was like the reward was just climb, 7 months focus to what the hell do I do now?
Yeah.
And I bet part of that comes from the innate ability never to be comfortable being still. Like I always have to be on the next thing, which is super unhealthy. It's
Tell
so
me about
bad.
it.
But dude, yeah, the greatest feeling followed by literally the worst. And that's when I literally, as the plane touched down back in LA, I got the text about Lebanon.
You're joking.
And I haven't talked to that person in 5 years. It was like a really, I don't know what your faith is, but it was like a very like, I'm not like super into any religion, but like I believe in God. And it was like a weird, like, I just spent that flight typing up how I wanted to do more projects similar. And then I got that text and I was like, whoa, this is really
That's
surreal.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was. I haven't talked to this girl in like literally 5-6 years.
You know what's even crazier?
So, hit me.
A project I had during that time just got pushed. So I think I'm available, bro. I'm not sure. Okay, dude, I'm not gonna lie. You could really use me for like a billion reasons. That's it. I have a lot, like in Lebanon, bro.
I probably to be in Lebanon, dude. I don't want to disclose the pay, but it is the lowest I will ever be paid for a project ever. It's like the money isn't there at all.
Why are you doing it?
But
what's keeping you in the game?
Because I don't have anything like it. I have a million music videos, a million little docu projects. I don't have anything. I just see the potential of what I could make for them. And just, I don't know, I think it'd be special. And, dude, I get a free trip to Lebanon.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the best part, by the way.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm excited for. Like, I want to travel more. I'm able to not burn a bridge with my current client. I can shoot all this stuff in the first half of the month, get paid to keep my bills on, and then go do this. Plus, I see a lot of room for growth. They've assured me multiple times that future projects will be paid a lot better. And they're in 31 countries. So it would be like me getting to travel a week every month. Like May, they're going to Egypt. So I'm like, that's been my dream since I was a kid. I've never been the biggest to Egypt. I am such a nerd, bro. I used to have like a 5-foot tall like Egyptian cat in my room, bro. Okay. I'm not kidding, bro. Like a polyester cat. Like I had 90 Egypt books. Like I had Egyptian statues all over my childhood room. Like,
you're into Egypt.
I was crazy. I still think it's so fascinating, but dude, yeah. So I'm
it's
doing
the most
it for that
chaotic
reason.
country, but yeah.
Of course, bro. I honestly am excited. I'd be going with a team, so I'd feel more, freaking grounded.
Don't get me
than
wrong.
Just going solo.
It's like the best version of chaos possible. Like
I bet, dude. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country. The people are amazing. Like I spent 4 months in Dubai last year working like on some social
Damn.
media. Bro, we're talking
Was it
about what
good?
keeps you in the game. It's the most amount of money. Anyway, and I still left, by the way. Like I hated it.
You quit the. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough. How
they
often were you working though?
7 days a week, all hours of the day.
So okay,
No, no.
that's
By the way,
where
I didn't have to.
you just did.
I wanted to,
Yeah.
bro. It's so rewarding to just, I don't know, just sit and like, you want to talk about competitiveness? Kobe had this thing about how he's the last person to leave the gym. Bro, I was the
Yeah.
last person to leave the office. Like we're talking
Did they
3 in the
appreciate it?
morning. No, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's
I got
the
paid
thing.
zero
That's-
overtime.
Yeah.
Like they would know I like left the office at like 7 a.m.
yeah.
and then they'd be mad I'm like 2 hours late. And I'm
That's
like, what do
crazy.
you think I did until 7 a.m.?
Yeah, edited your videos. Like, what are
Yeah,
you
bro.
talking
Like
about?
anyway, but so
They don't get it.
yeah, so like I didn't like the first off, I'm not a fan of Dubai. Like, no. And then
That's fair.
yeah, and then the lifestyle there and like I felt like I was straying too far from the path. Like I didn't
Yeah.
get into this to do social media and like blah blah blah. Bro, like I was like if that gig was here, I'd do it. But in Dubai there's no short films, there's no music videos.
Yeah.
Like there's like 12 people who all hire each other, which was a big
Yeah.
thing in Lebanon and Dubai. And like, you know, like I just moved here. I've been here for like 4 or 5 months. Dude, breaking
Okay.
in during a slow period is like, you know, you can imagine how
imagine,
slow it
dude.
can be, bro. But, you know, I still go back to Dubai sometimes just because
Yeah.
the money there doesn't
cool.
make sense, bro. No, it's
Yeah.
just like you
Was
line
it
up.
paying well? The social client?
It's the most amount of money.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's kind of nice.
and I still was
to
like,
stack and then
I'm good,
yeah.
bro. In
Were you
hindsight,
stacking it and came
Yeah.
back and like now you have a okay? That's smart.
the
That's
whole
dude,
plan was to go to Dubai for 4 months,
Yep.
save, dip to London.
Yep.
In hindsight,
You
I
did
should have
it.
done like 8 months, saved up way more, and then came
Yeah.
back.
London's
whatever, bro.
expensive, bro.
Bro. Don't. Yeah.
It's dude.
We've
I
had
guess-
4 days of sun, and we're not seeing the sun for like the next 2 weeks.
Yeah. Budapest, I think, is really good once you're in the game. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Budapest advocate. So my friend's mom is doing
Why?
an Apple TV show out there,
Jesus.
and they're I mean, she's been in the game. She's like in the game. Been out there like doing this for so long.
in Budapest.
Yeah, in Budapest.
Okay.
So a lot of the new Paul Rudd movie, the A24 Unicorn one,
Oh yeah,
Budapest.
bro.
Marvel Captain America Winter Soldier TV show, Budapest.
Bro, here they're shooting
Um,
Spider-Man 4 all summer. They just shot
That's
Fantastic
true.
Four. Then they're shooting Avengers
Yeah.
Doomsday. Bro, I saw Joe Russo in Spain.
That's sick. You
Like
could've
4
tackled him,
days
bro.
ago.
Get that gig, man. I know you're networking asses. You
Bro,
could have had that in the
I
bag,
met him
bro.
before, like 3 years ago, at an MLS game because we were shooting the MLS finals. And then
Yeah.
I saw him outside of a hotel, and I'm like, let me just try to say hi, right,
Yeah.
bro? He was on the phone, and I'm like, let me wait for him to finish his phone call, and then he just like guns it into the building, and I'm like, I'm not gonna chase him into a restaurant. bro.
Yeah.
I was like,
Nah,
there goes
nah,
that
nah.
shot.
You played
whatever.
that. You
Yeah.
played that smart.
No, but like,
But-
there's a lot of work here. It's just like, you know, like just breaking in is the hardest. Once you're in, you're in.
It doesn't seem possible. To me, and this may be the lack of the competitiveness. Maybe it's I truly don't want it, but dude, I don't know anyone who's done it. Like
do you
truly
mean?
done it. I've watched people do it with music videos and commercials over and over again, but I've never watched anyone truly break into like the big feature or big TV world yet. In our demographic. Don't get me wrong, there's like 40-year-olds that have done it because they
Yeah.
got there, but I've never watched any of our gen do it
Okay, you want to
to
know
like
the
a
craziest
big
part?
scale. Hit me.
I would say the same thing about LA because there's unions, because there's
Yep.
all these things, bro, that just bar you from. It's like a billion
Mhm.
catch 22s out there. I show up here, every music video I do, bro. This person's like, oh yeah, like I just finished Black Widow, or I just finished Peaky Blinders, Bro, I just finished, and I'm like, how did you, bro? There's a person I met who did Black Widow. She was
Yeah.
jogging, and she saw the set. She was jogging.
Oh, you met her.
No, no, no.
She saw
So
your
she,
set.
no, no, no. So a person we worked with on a shoot, some music video, had just
Okay.
come off Black Widow.
Yeah.
Like, and she said the way she got on Black Widow was she went for a jog, and she saw
No
like
way.
the plane crash set.
Dude.
And she said I walked up to them and I just spoke for 25 minutes, and then they offered her the gig.
Would she like PN on it?
She was location something.
Oh, that's not bad, dude.
Yeah, but then it just opens the
Damn.
door, bro. Like you start working with that guy, and then that guy hires you for the next one, and then
Yeah.
GG, brother, you're in. So I used to do that like crazy in LA. Like I used to show up to
Yeah.
places. I wouldn't apply online, bro. I'd show up in like a shitty blazer and like my resume. Bro,
Yeah.
they do not appreciate that in Los Angeles.
No, dude.
They do
no,
not, bro.
they don't. They get so annoyed, bro.
Yeah, that was like the superpower when I first started in like Lebanon and
Yeah.
Canada, bro. But then you show up and everyone just hates you for showing up.
Like, bro, leave, dude. Give
Yeah.
me your resume. I'll pass it on. They burn
Here,
it
they're
before you're
much
out the
more-
door.
Yeah, here they're much more open to it. Like I'll cold call someone because his phone's on his website, and they'll talk with you for a bit. But yo, we've been here for like an hour and a half, and I don't know how much. I don't know how much more time we have.
No, you're good.
Can you give me 5-10 more minutes, or what's that looking like?
Yeah, let's do it.
I bet, because I have more actual questions to ask you that I have pre-written.
Hit me with them.
How did like producing for so long help you direct this movie, or did it at all?
I think it 100% did, but not. No, it did. I think understanding how to make a deck look good, allowed me to get the financing we needed for this. I think understanding producing allowed me to budget the trip to Yellowstone for super, super cheap and like get all the shots I needed. I think more so than just the technicalities of producing, but being on so many sets and seeing how so many projects are made, where I don't even know if that's just me being a shadow versus me being a producer, but just seeing so many projects and how they function allowed me to write questions that I think would hit in an edit.
Yeah.
Allowed me to know what to shoot because like I'm not trained as a DP and I'm not trained as a director. Allowed me to know kind of what we would need in case of like moments in the edit, like shooting a lot of B-roll. Like that's something I just learned from being on set over and over again because there's so many moments in the doc where I split it up with B-roll. But yeah, I 100% think, and I just think for anybody that does film, just being around it in any capacity, because like I've AD'd, I've produced, I've directed, I've been an AC, like I've gripped. I think just understanding how everything functions. Yeah, second AC, second
okay.
AC.
All right, I was gonna say,
but I've pulled before, and it's not easy. But
yeah, but you were saying like
we got it done.
Doing all these,
just knowing, just being in the game, as you'd call it, I think is so important.
Yeah.
Even if it's just as a PA, like people, I think give PAs a bad rap. I think PAs, can see and watch and function and like finagle their way into everything when a 100%. Lot of positions are very structured. Like the first AC doesn't have time to go network with the producer.
No.
First AC's over there freaking juggling a $200,000 lens in their hands. Like they can't go talk to everyone. They're not bringing lunch to people. They're not talking with the talent. Like you just never know. So yeah, I think every shoot I've ever done has taught me something that led to making this way easier than it should have been for my like directorial debut on like a feature project.
And how many years have you been working, by the way? I don't think I ever asked you that. When did you start?
I think like 2019 I started getting into it. So 6 years now.
Me and you too? Yeah.
Yeah, I think 2019. I think 6 years. And then, I mean, I started working in the nonprofit space, not video related, when I was 14. So 2014.
Whoa,
so I kind of had an understanding of just like business, and
Hold
like
up.
running and like.
You were born in 2000?
99.
Oh man, we're that. I thought you were way older than me, bro.
Dude, everyone says that to me, bro. I need a skincare routine,
What
dude.
are you, 26 now? No, it's not that.
25.
It's not that. That's
25.
yeah, because you're always in like a producer position. So it's
Yeah.
just like people assume. I mean, you've had like a crazy career for someone who's so young, right?
Yeah. I
So
think that's also the game too, where I feel like I don't, because I'm comparing myself to all these 35-year-olds, because that's who is in the circle.
yeah,
So that part's tough. I don't know if you're a comparative person, but I hate opening Instagram sometimes. I'm like, damn, bro, he
bro.
got that freaking thing we bid on. Like that
Don't get
guy
me
got it.
started.
We
Yeah.
bid on that. So yeah, but yeah, dude, 25. I turned 26 in a couple months, and then we'll see. But definitely in a weird point right now in my life and career where I'm trying to figure out what's next, because I think we've been in survival mode for so long, just taking everything. Then now it's
Bro,
like, what do we
if
do
that's what
that we
survival
actually
mode
want
looks
to do?
like, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Blessed survival mode.
yeah, because for me, bro, like, I'm not. But, like, after LA, bro, it was curveball after curveball after curveball in my life where, like, things really
Yeah.
slowed down for, like, extended periods of time. And you
Yeah.
feel like you're losing the race to, like, all these
Yeah.
other people. So, yeah, it hasn't exactly gone the way I imagined it to. I'm not regretful or anything about it, but it's like, it doesn't make sense, bro, because everyone's like, because I know you and I are competitive and shit, but there's like I'm pretty sure for you too, there's a clock in the back of your head that just never
Every day.
leaves. Yeah, bro, I know. Tell
Yeah.
me about it. And then like I read a story recently. You know Sean Baker, the guy who just won
Love it. Yeah.
Honora, right?
Yeah. Sean Baker's a beast, dude.
Bro,
He won 4.
he was a heroin addict for 4 years.
That's when he
Between
did Tangerine, right?
I don't know if it was before or after, but he said like between 26 to 30, he did nothing with his life. And it's great. So you'll hear a story like that and think like, I'm basically killing myself to get things done now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
We have time, dude.
it's like a 20-year. I don't plan to retire. You plan to retire?
No, I'll never retire.
I don't think I
I
ever
don't think I
can,
could.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy. Not, dude. I just like, what am I gonna do? Freaking drink tea and read? Like, I could do that right now. I could do that today. We get off
You
this
could do that in
this Zoom.
Budapest, bro.
Yeah, I could literally do that in Budapest, literally. But I would prefer to do it in Budapest than in an apartment in
set.
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. But no, dude, I can't retire. Dude, there's just no way. My brain is too hardwired. I hope I can dial this down a little bit in my life, because I think this constant strive for what's next is super unhealthy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very aware that, like, this leads to other vices, like just nonstop drinking caffeine. I want to rest for a little bit, then shitting on myself for trying to rest. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's healthy in any means. Like, my dad's very similar to me in that. Like,
Yeah.
he works
Exact
like the
same
same
thing.
amount of time that I work. I'm like, dude, you're older, man. You don't need to do this. Like, you could have probably retired comfortably, but instead you invested a ton of money and threw yourself back into the game for no reason. Like, you didn't need to do that. Like, you
Yeah.
probably could have just went off into the sunset, but
My dad's the exact
it's
same
wiring,
thing, bro.
dude.
He doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah, bro.
I don't
It's
wanna
just
stop,
wiring, dude.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
would you want to?
Do you get tired though of it ever? Because
No.
I feel that's great. Then
You know
we
when I
are
get
different
tired
in
of
that.
it? Like times like now where there's like a long stretch of no results.
Yeah,
Kind of makes you not crash out, but gives you a little bit of burnout. When there's
that's
no
what I'm
like,
saying. That's yeah.
yeah, like if this
Not
is
when you're killing it. When you have 50 projects, I ain't
Bro.
getting tired.
yeah,
That's the greatest feeling. I'm talking. Do you get tired of the waiting game?
oh, it's the worst thing
Like,
ever, bro.
I want to freaking die. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes when, like, we've had a lot of rejection starting this year. Like,
Really?
way more than usual. It's been really weird. Yeah, LA is equally slow. Dude, I haven't been on a set this year. I don't think.
Yeah,
No,
I haven't,
I haven't been on a set this year.
bro. I
Which
had
is crazy, dude. You
Yeah.
you saw it back in the day. Like, even though they weren't paying well, like they were small sets, we were cooking through sets.
bro.
We were
the
always
last,
doing shoots.
always. The last like 4
It's too
years,
much, but
I think, like the longest it's taken for me to get on set was like 9 days.
yep,
Like Jan 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I was on set immediately.
yep.
And now all of Jan went out the window. Feb went out the window. March yesterday went out the window. Some of the projects, not
Isn't
all of
that
them.
crazy, dude?
Bro, and I've been speaking to a lot of people here because I network a lot now. You know, it's in the new phase. You have to,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, yeah, everything's getting canceled. I don't know why. I don't know what's going
Something's
on.
going on. Something is happening, and it really scares me because one, I do think AI is a reasonable fear for any job, not just ours. I
Okay.
think AI is gonna murk a lot of people. Like, I had a friend almost completely audio mix a film with AI. Like, I
Whoa.
watched him do it. Yeah, he used there was portions of it that he'd sent me, and I was like, this sounds a little funky, and he threw it into like there's a software, but he literally like fixed it like that, and I was like, dude, you probably would have had to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to fix like your project and make it work.
And he just threw
So
it in and it
I
came out.
think and threw it and came out. It didn't sound great. Like some of it was a little like, but it still sounded a lot better than it would have. And probably there's a world that if you would have got a sound mixer, that it wouldn't have been good. Like I don't know if it was. I don't know if it's stable. I don't understand how AI works, but they're gonna get done. I think grunt positions on set will always need to be done. I think green screen and like VFX is gonna get absolutely cooked. Animation's gonna hurt. But all these people, even if they're not directly like, I think there'll be AI producers too. Like obviously there'll need to be one person overseeing things. But I think all these people are gonna still want to stay in film. So they're all just gonna converge and they're gonna be all going after the gigs that we all are going after.
Yeah.
So like you'll have an animator trying to grip in like 5 years. And I'll be like, what the hell are we
Pixar's
doing?
animators trying to grip.
Yeah, but Pixar's animator knows all these producers that are like, I'll give it to you. Like you were such a good animator for us.
No, that's we kind of got like a sneak peek of that. I think when the strikes happened, because like higher up people started doing lower gigs because they needed the jobs. So then like the medium guys started doing low gigs, and then our jobs started disappearing because people are trying to eat,
bro.
and that whole upper echelon just disappeared. So,
bro, I'm gonna blow your mind. We got, I'm not gonna say the number, but it wasn't very high at all. We got the Walking Dead editor to edit our short film that I did. That sci-fi one, yeah, it was edited by the Walking Dead editor just because they couldn't get work.
bro,
Isn't that crazy, dude? The industry's cooked, dude. And I'm talking like
hear the worst one?
Abysmal rate. Abysmal.
I got an even worse one, dude. I did a short film out here like 3-4 months ago.
Okay.
The set designer, I was like, oh, what was like the last thing you did? And she goes, oh, have you seen Loki? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I did Loki season 2 and She-Hulk and something. And I'm like, so are you like, what's, she goes, I've done 3 projects in the last year.
Damn, dude.
I'm like, I'm on set with the Loki set designer. And she's struggling.
That's the thing. She's so much, and I think that you're getting after what I love to think about too, is I hate the fact that I'm in the room with these people that are better than me. Like you are more advanced than me.
You shouldn't be here.
Why are we on the same project?
Yeah.
It's so discouraging to me to see like big music video directors that have been doing this for, and this is a smaller example, but have been doing this forever. Massive $1 million budgets. Why are you on a $20K budget music video, dude?
Yeah.
Like, how do they feel? Do you think they just feel like disheveled? Like why have I worked so hard my entire career for this to be back at the start?
It's a merciless
like this
industry.
should be career.
Yeah.
But it's freaking looks like it's just everyone's nosediving right now.
Yeah. No, it's I kind of realized that at some point earlier, like if I just don't quit, that's the win. For now.
That is the win. Yeah.
Like no matter how bad it gets, no matter if like everything gets rejected, if I just don't leave this, maybe it works out. But honestly, it's kind of I don't know how I find this motivating, where it's like everything's fucked, so I might as well just stop bullshitting myself trying to go for other stuff and just go balls to the wall on all the projects I really want to do. Yeah. And it's like, how? Well, figure it the fuck out, because it's not getting any easier. So
no, it'll never get easier.
I don't think so. Also, I think I'm gonna censor every F word, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
that,
no,
does
you're.
that affect? Does that affect?
Yeah, I would censor. I would always
Yeah,
censor.
but
Yeah, you. What
yeah,
else you
dude.
got? I want to make sure you get all your questions in.
Thing is, like, I have so many questions, but we kind of answered them all together.
I can riff just to make your life easy when you're editing too. Like I can repeat them and like shorter and concise.
Oh no,
I
you're
know how
chilling,
this
dude.
crap goes with editing because I've been having to do it, and this dude just rambles for 7 minutes for a 30-second clip. I'm like, bro,
Nah, it's
how
fine.
the hell?
Was that like a hard part of the editing, like choosing what to keep and choosing what to cut?
Yes and no. My cut, like my first full cut, was only an hour and a half. So I only had to cut,
Oh,
which may sound like a lot, but like it's not cutting 40 minutes is actually not that crazy in the grand scheme of things. Because I let like shots run on for 4 minutes that were
yeah.
only going to be 30 seconds. Like there's one section I cut about animals. He's like eating dinner in the woods, and he talks about how he's becoming an animal out in nature because
Okay.
yeah, it was like a cool sequence. I had like a lot of shots he had gotten of animals in the wild and stuff overlaid over it, and it was like a cool moment. But the point of the story that it was at, it really didn't make sense because the story was normal beginning, big rise, and then slow fall for a little rise at the end. And it was in that downward where I just would have this like really go happy spike of like I love animals, and then went back and I had it in, and I was like, even though I really liked it, I was like, it doesn't make sense. Like I need the story to go up and then down and then up, and that
Yeah.
would have made it go up, down, up again. And I
Yeah.
just didn't want to throw that. But other than that, dude, I left everything I wanted in. Even though I had so much footage, a lot of it was pretty apparent pretty fast that it wasn't gonna
Was a lot of it the
move
same thing?
towards grief. A lot of it the same thing. A lot about like a lot of cooking and a lot of shopping and a lot of like things that I don't think drive home the message of grief. That's why I did those 2 montages in the beginning.
Yeah.
So you kind of get a feel
So
for
you got
like,
your North Star?
yeah, you got my North Star, and then I was like, everything else needs to be about grief after a certain point. Yellowstone section is very much, it's kind of a calm before the storm. Like you
Yeah,
have that big
feels
Powder
like
River
it.
Pass, and then that's when everything goes to hell. Is right after that. I mean, that's when everything gets really emotional.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it was pretty easy. As crazy as that is, editing was tough, but cutting was. I had to get it done, dude. I think everyone should set a deadline when editing because having that deadline made me like get it done.
Yeah.
This may have gone on for 7 months of just editing if I wouldn't have had that deadline.
If you didn't have a deadline, probably
Yeah,
definitely
dude, I
longer
had
than
to.
it just took you.
100,
Definitely.
way longer because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have dedicated as much time. I wouldn't have put all my focus on it. Yeah, dude, it would have taken me so long. So I think anyone who's doing a project like that, be strict with yourself and set a deadline because it actually helped a lot.
And now that you've directed something like this, do you think it will change or affect the way you produce films in the future or approach producing? Has it had like a reverse effect on you, you think?
That's a really good question.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah,
This
that's
is a
a good
professional
question.
podcast.
Come on.
Episode 0.
I think, yeah, dude, shoot, I think yes and no. I think I didn't really change my producing style when I was producing this doc, also directing it. I didn't like change how I would do it. I do think it made me realize and like projects like this a lot more than the bigger sets. I
Okay,
think
that's cool.
the big sets have a lot of people and a lot of movement and a lot of things, which I think can take away from the authenticity. I almost think that the smaller doc stuff we've been doing the last year is better and more real than when you have 9 lights, a 15-person crew, like
Yeah.
all standing there. So I think anytime in the future I'm able to shave and just have it be more intimate, especially on these docs, I'm gonna produce it that way. And like I'd rather do 3 jobs and have Gabe do more jobs and bring in someone that can help than have like a 20-person crew all over someone talking about their mom that is sick or something. Like I
Yeah.
don't think it feels less authentic. So I think for authentic stories, really dialing it back and trying to let it feel natural versus more produced.
What are some of like the biggest lessons you take away from this experience for like the next one?
I think having a rough script of what I want the story to look like before I make it will be super important.
Is that
I
possible
think I
with a
put
documentary?
I think in a way it is just like a little bit. The way Ricky, that guy who directed my favorite doc, described it was he almost did like beat points. He's like, I knew that it was going to be the Daniel guy's footage, and I knew his sister was going to narrate us through the film, and I knew it was going to end this way. So I think having even those 3 North Stars would have helped because I went
Just
in with
anything.
0 North Star.
Anything
Yeah,
to keep
just
you
anything.
grounded.
Like, because I didn't have text in the initial cut. Like I didn't have the maps in the initial cut.
Yeah.
That film without text, maps, graphics, and like feels way different. It
Yeah,
just doesn't. You don't.
especially without the maps, I feel like you easily get lost, right?
You get so lost, even with the locations. So, I think I was really hard on myself while editing the film and watching it through and over again that it just
Yeah.
wasn't making sense. But the second I added all that other stuff, I was like, oh, I should have done this before, understood these points, put it in, and then started rewatching and critiquing. I was just critiquing it too early. Like, this stuff takes time, and I don't think I gave it time, if that makes sense.
In the
like,
edit.
In the edit, like, I shouldn't have been so hard on myself that it wasn't a freaking Netflix doc a month in. Like it
Yeah.
takes so much time, and so even with sound cutting, like I didn't get room tones, so I had to like get creative on like adding sounds in
okay.
to like distract you from that. So it's, I think I would watch it and be like, I'd cut him saying something and then it would just sound terrible. But later on, when you add the water noises in, you add the wind noises in,
Yeah.
you add the music ending, it feels a lot better. So I think just keep pushing, head down, and then critique it later.
The best
Because
advice.
I was critiquing it.
The best advice I ever got on editing is your project is complete dog shit until the last 5%.
100%.
Like it's
And
just
I didn't know that.
yeah. That can, bro.
And
That's
that killed
the
me.
only reason I edit,
Yeah.
because that pain is intense in the beginning, and you don't know that you think you just did garbage.
Yeah.
So-
I literally thought it was garbage. I thought the film, I literally was like, this is nothing. I just wasted months of my life. Start to finish, it was 7 months. From like the day I went out there, I
Whoa.
think the first phone call to 2 weeks ago, it was 7 months. So, yeah, bro, I wish I would have known that, because there was some tough nights and mini crash outs, and my girlfriend got to watch me just stare at the wall freaking daily thinking
Did you have
about
a night where you thought you were done, like you were cooked, or like actually it's done?
100%. 100%. Probably, realistically, probably 3. I think there was one night when you say done, do you mean not releasing it? Or done like it's just I giving up, I'm just gonna put it as out as it is?
Oh, I just meant like there's nothing there, like not releasing it.
Oh, like giving up? Probably once in the beginning. I before I found that that song and edit that montage, I had a lot of moments where I'm like, I'm gonna have to just put something together for his family to watch at the family
Oh,
premiere.
man.
Like, just like moments, put some music on it and just call it a day. But
What kept you
dude,
going?
that song, music, dude. That song,
Even
and
after that
my
song,
buddy's song, kept me going.
Like you had those other crash
I think
outs.
that competitive edge, dude.
Yeah.
I had to beat it. Like I knew after seeing, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but like after you've seen it, after seeing the Powder River Pass journal entry and the ending journal reading, and the last montage, those 3 things, I knew there was something there, and I had to, as we talked about earlier, I had to do it justice at that point. Like I
Yeah.
had to do something to make it good because I knew it had the pieces, and I think that's what actually kept me going, is believing in those three things so much that I knew it could be a whole thing. And I knew that I didn't know how to pull it off. Like, I understood, like, I'm a newbie editor and newbie director, but I knew it was there to the point that I'm like, if I keep pushing and pushing and pushing, it'll eventually break. And it did. It just took a lot of manic episodes to get there, but it
I
ended
can
up
imagine,
working.
bro. A feature length
I
is
was
crazy.
tweaking out. Yeah, it was also just that piece. I don't think people understand. I know you've written feature scripts, right?
Dude, I have 5 scripts on page 30, and I can't get past page 30.
Dude, I've done 2 features now that I've written, and both of them are so overwhelmed. I'd say even worse than editing a feature. It's just too many pages, dude. I don't know how people do it.
You finished
I'll get
2
to a
features?
section. Yeah. I had
Damn,
one that
dude.
was supposed to shoot. Yeah, they're both slashers. Like, I think my first
cool.
narrative will be like horror. I just think it's campy, it's cheap, and the same reason that I like this film is like the footage can look, but it doesn't matter. It's
You can
it's
get
a
away with
slasher
it.
movie.
Yeah.
It's all about like the story and the concept. But yeah, dude, I wrote one in 2023, and I wrote one last year.
How's writing for you? Walk us through that
I
one,
like
dude.
it.
Yeah?
I like writing.
I think it's the
Yeah,
most
dude,
pain I've ever had in my life is writing.
I almost agree with you though. The second film I wrote was pretty horrible. Like I felt really sick trying to write it and make it make sense. But yeah, dude, it's almost too much, I think, for at least my brain to process that much information, and that you get to page 70 and then you're thinking about something on page 30 and then you go back and then you got to find it and reconnect with that. But then when you go back to page 70, your mind is different.
No, I've
Like you're
written...
thinking about something different now.
I think it's the perfectionist stuff that just fucks me over big time. I've filled up 3 copybooks about the same script. Like the same story. And it's page to like back to back filled up. And I know everything that happens and every once you put it on like final draft, bro, everything just like falls apart and it's not written by Shakespeare, and I'm like, forget it. But so what I ended up doing was transitioning to shorts. So I just write shorts.
Harder. They're harder to do. In my opinion, I can't write a short.
I've written like 24 drafts of the same one. It's great. People like it, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It's really expensive. That's why it's been hard to make it right now. But writing shorts was easier for me because like you get to learn the lessons with, it's like more merciful. Like you can fix a problem in a page rather than over 25. Because like if we change this sequence, what do you have, like 4 pages left to the ending where you can like modify them? But for a feature, it's like how many characters and how many sequences and how many character arcs and like narrative lines and plot lines. And so I'm just like bashing my head against the wall with shitty shorts, and I should send you some, dude.
Bro, send them. I also think there's a North Star on this project, which I love what you're saying about shorts, and I'd love to hear your take on it. When it comes to short films, I think the why is so important. Like, why did I make this doc? I made it because I actually believe I could sell it to someone for cheap. Like, I could sell it to a PBS or something, and it would be, like, about grief. Like, I do believe there's an audience for something like this, and I do believe it can go somewhere. Or I just list it on Amazon and do what we talked about and send it to grief things and, like, host screenings every once in a while and, like, you know, just let it live that way. I think with shorts that has killed me is doing like 6 shorts half-ass is not as important as doing one perfect short and then doing the game with it. But even then, it's like there's people spending 60 grand on shorts in LA, and I'm like, bro,
does that demotivate?
That they're spending that much? I think that's just stupid.
Yeah.
I think that feature we just shot, they made it for, I think, like 80, 90 with a full crew up. Yeah, dude. They made it for cheap. 15 days on location, full locations. Everyone had to be fed every day. Like, it was a producing adventure for me, for sure. It honestly gave me a new perspective. But seeing what you could do, and I'm like, I know a guy, I'm not gonna name him, but he spent like $100,000 on a short film for one of these film schools in LA.
100 grand.
100,000, 100,000, and I'm like, dude, this. I just saw the cut of our movie, the narrative one. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it could do something. I think it could sell in European markets. So now you have a return there. In both scripts that I wrote, which I think motivated me, the one was almost made. Like I almost made it for 20 grand. The one, it's called Alien Boy, and I almost made that one for 20.
Sick.
And then the other one I wrote, I write as a producer, so I write scenes that I can shoot either for free or for cheap that still don't take away from the film. So I think it's motivating for me to know that if I ever wake up one day and say I make 30 grand, like some crazy amount of money in a commercial, and I'm really feeling comfortable, I'm like, I could wake up and shoot this in 2 weeks. And I think that makes it more reachable than these people that write these. You don't need 10 mil, and your movie's never going to be made now. Like, you made something, and you wasted all this time with 100 rewrites on something that will not be made. I could make Alien Boy in a week if I really wanted to. If I said fuck it and drain one of my bank account, I could make Alien Boy. Like, I really could.
Dude, I have a script that I wrote that when I send it to people, depends on who you ask. No, so like, in my eyes, I can make this for no money, and I'm not kidding. Now, the problem with DPs when I send it to them and producers is they go, "We really like it. It's way too expensive, like way too expensive." And I'm like, "There's nothing about it that's expensive, bro."
Yeah.
Because they're thinking we have to take a G&E crew to the subway, and I'm like, "Bro, we don't even need a real subway. Like you can." There's like a billion ways to go about it. We can steal a shot here. We can do a shot there. You need 5 people who are committed. You need 2 actors, the director, and the camera, the DP. That's it. You need 5 guys who are committed to it. You shoot this in like 2-3 weeks maximum, and then you go thank you to the Academy. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, send it to me.
Bro, I'm holding on to this script for like.
No, you're good. You're good.
No. The thing is, like, I was so dumb about this. I used to never send scripts to anybody. And then I met a writer that I met once in passing 5-6 years ago in uni. He gave like a master class or something.
Okay.
And he was a dude our age. He was like, he's like 5 years older or something. Like, at the time he was our age, and he won like the biggest screenwriting festival, and he got $50K cash and like $1 million budget, and like everything was going great, but then COVID happened. Yeah. So I reconnected with that guy recently just to like chat up with him because it's been a long time. And he was like, "Why are you not sending your scripts to everybody you've ever met?" And I'm like, "Because everybody tells me that they steal them." And he goes, "Isn't it easier if they steal them to put the guy who wrote it on it if you want to direct?"
Yeah, it is.
He goes, he's like, "No one's going to steal a short film." He goes, "If it's a feature, maybe, but like no one's going to steal short. So just like send it to everyone and their mom."
Yeah.
So I was like retexting people like that asked me for it like a few years ago, and I was like,
I
have to give it to you in like person or whatever, bro. Now I'm just like, who wants it, right? We'll just toss it out there.
Yeah.
But no, it's a dope script, and I'm holding on to it for dear life because if you give me 20 minutes, bro, I can not shut the fuck up about the script and just tell you everything. Not now though, because I know we're running super late on time.
No, you're good, dude. That's sick. Send me if you're sending it out, I'd love to read it.
Yeah. I also have another one that's like really aggressively dumb. It's like if the Superbad kids did a haunted house show. You know the vibe of like Superbad? It's all shot on like a handheld camcorder.
See, you could do that cheap, which is smart.
You just need a house.
You gotta think like a producer.
Really cheap.
Yeah, true. I think that's the game, dude. It's like, I can't make a Christopher Nolan level film until I'm probably 40 when it comes to budget. Like, so write shit that you can make for cheap and do for cheap so you don't pigeonhole yourself and you don't have like a stack of 50 scripts and it's like, what the hell? I can't make any of these.
Yeah, but isn't it also like, what if you could make 10 grand look like 20 million?
That's the biggest
thing. Doesn't that drive you? That's my thing.
100%. Especially like, dude, with the red, you could shoot anything and make it look good. Like,
bro, what people think looks good is like, in my opinion, is like a series of like 4 things. If you shoot
Color. I'm
anamorphic, you're
huge
halfway
with
there.
color.
Yeah, color is like...
Dude, and I'm huge with color, bro.
Yeah.
I think badly colored film can ruin it. And if your film looks like crap, throw grain on it and just make it look like you did it on purpose.
Say you shot
like,
it on Kodak.
I'm such an advocate.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. I'm such an advocate for just, if you make it uglier but it's intentional, you win.
Yeah.
Like, no one can take it away. Like, it's what I did in the doc, dude. I, like, took ugly looking footage and I threw grain on it. I threw VHS sound on it. I threw it and just tried to make it uglier. So people thought it was on purpose. Definitely wasn't, but no one cares.
Looks really good, though.
Thank you, man. No, I'm really hyped about it. I'm also, like, part of me doesn't want to keep, you know, like, I just want to, like, detach from it now. But now it's, like, all the, like, sending it out to festivals and trying to email these people and trying to network it, trying to get more money for it. And I'm like, God, dude, this thing is going to stick with me for 2 years. But
it's worth it, though.
Yeah, it'll be. I'm happy with it. So I hope it does something, but we'll see. I can't. Also, it's my first, so I can't. I've already gotten more than enough reception and like good feelings out of the work that if it just died tomorrow, I'd be like, it was a fun run.
That's sick.
Yeah, I think that was a piece. Also, just the reassurance that I can do it, I think was the biggest piece and freed me up the most. It's like I can take nothing and make a documentary now, and that I think is more than any amount of money that I could be paid. Because now I'm more confident to go to Lebanon, and now I'm more confident to shoot anything else. Yeah, literally, dude. I'm more confident to do any of these future projects that I wouldn't have been if I wouldn't have done this project. Yeah. So 7 months of my life, you know, a couple sleepless nights, definitely worth it. If I get a lifetime of confidence off this now, definitely worth the labor and love that went into it. So
I'm strictly aiming for documentaries, bro. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the documentaries have been the most fun I've ever had shooting. Even though I never finished one fully, but like, I now know what to do, bro.
I don't want to do narrative, to be honest with you. Like, probably not good to say, but at the moment, I really, really want to spend my time doing docs. Like,
if I spend the next 5 years as a documentarian solely, I'm chilling, bro. Take me to the worst places on earth.
Oh, bro, you should look up. His name's Robert Capa. Do you know that photographer?
Sounds so familiar, bro.
He was a Life magazine photographer, war journalist. The more I learned, I went to his museum in Budapest, baby, in Budapest, and dude, I fell in love. I fell in love with his career, dude. He shot like Hitchcock. So he would be like the BTS photographer on Alfred Hitchcock movies and stuff.
I think I know who you're talking about now. I think I've seen some of his work, bro.
And I'm like, that to me seems like such an exciting life versus working on a CW show for 9 years as a producer.
I gotta ask you this though, because a lot of people don't understand it when I tell it to them. Would you rather be like the star player of like the NBA D League or like the bench of the Chicago Bulls?
I'm trying to relate that to film. So that would
I'll
be
make
like,
it pretty easy, bro. Would you rather be like a second AC on like a Scorsese film? Or the director of like, or the producer of like the biggest commercial? Not the biggest commercial, but it's like something that like is a league under it, but you're the head of it. You know what I mean? Like, is it more about the position or the team?
It's tough because I'm relating this back to like this project I just did, which I think is stupid. I would much rather, in the grand scheme of things, be smaller piece in a bigger machine than be the top of something I don't want to do. But if the argument is, like, say it's, would I rather be a second AC on a documentary I don't care about for PBS, or be the director of a documentary I care about? I'd rather be director of a documentary I care about.
No, 100%.
I think there's a double-edged sword there. But when it comes to film, I'm kind of like, I'd rather work on a project I believe in. If I believe more in Scorsese's project and like being a part of that sounds way more exciting to me than an ego play of just being the producer on a project I hate. Like, I'd much rather do what, you know,
No, because all I'm aiming for right now is to be like part of the best team there is out there. Because like the dudes
100%.
Scorsese hires and like Marvel hires are like the top of the like that's like the NBA
Best.
All Star of our industry.
Yeah.
That's
Which
literally
is
the All
crazy
Star game,
because
bro.
they're Marvel movies, and a lot of
Yeah,
people give them a bad rap, but they
they're
attract
the
the
best
best talent.
made movies ever, bro. Like production wise and
Yeah.
like money wise, come on. So like
Yeah.
that's
No one's
all I'm
doing it.
aiming for, bro. I just want to be like any position on the best possible team, especially now, bro. We're still
Yeah.
20. Like
We're young, dude.
apparently, I can still be a heroin addict for 4 years and still win 4 Oscars. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
dude, you're chilling, dude.
You
Like,
got so much
you got
time.
time.
It's a terrible joke, but whatever.
No, it's a true joke though. Like,
It's a true story, bro. It's crazy.
It's true. Sean Baker is. I think his 3 films are fun. Like the 3 that I've seen are phenomenal. Like
Which ones
Tangerine,
have you
Florida
seen?
Project,
Yeah.
Tangerine, Florida Project, and then Honora.
So I saw
I loved
Florida and Honora.
Dude, Honora's phenomenal. Like I truly,
I think
truly
it's good.
loved
I don't think
Honora.
it's 5 Oscars worth, but I thought,
did like
bro,
it.
I thought A Complete Unknown was like the best movie of the year.
Dude, I so didn't like A Complete Unknown.
You saw it?
It's crazy because I love biopics. Yeah, dude, it didn't hit for me as hard as I think some of the biopics have. I think talent-wise, phenomenal. I think the story kind of lost me a little bit. Brutalist, though, I just watched that.
I haven't seen
I
it.
could have seen that winning, bro. I watched it the couple hours before the Oscars started, and I switched my ballot.
What, and Brody?
I think Brutalist. I don't like Adrian Brody. Like I just not a fan of his vibe, but his acting's insane, dude. And the story, it's 3.5 hours, but you stay engaged.
Is there an intermission?
Yeah, it was weird because I heard in theaters it was 15 minutes,
Yeah.
but on my TV it was like 50 seconds.
Oh, because you can pause on a TV, bro.
Yeah, but dude, you need to watch it.
Yeah.
It is a really, really beautiful, well-made movie. And I learned more about the AI stuff that he used, and it got so blown out of proportion.
Wasn't it just for the accents?
Bro, and not even just that. They were tweaking his voice, and I'm like, that's
sound design at this point.
A sound mixer, exactly. Sound mixer would have done the same thing and not gotten crap for it. Yeah. It's just the fact AI did it that they just freaked out. But dude, it's a freaking good movie. I don't think Flo should have won though, unfortunately.
No, who'd you give it to?
I was Wild Robot, dude. I think that movie. I
haven't seen any of them, bro.
Bro, you need to watch them.
I know.
You gotta stay in the game of the industry,
dude,
bro.
I got
you gotta watch all the stuff.
Once you leave LA, you
motivated.
Like, you no longer feel the need to like watch anything.
That's fair.
That's how I've been.
I'm just a movie head, bro. I need to watch a movie every day.
I know, but I've been going backwards
before I go to bed. Old movies,
bro. Yeah, I'm just going left and right, like, because in London
that
especially,
can be better too, though.
There's so many revival theaters like LA. Like you can watch any movie that ever came out in a month.
Yeah,
like they show them all.
It's kind of sick though,
bro. It's amazing, bro. You can go watch 35. Like I saw Dark Knight on 35. I saw Interstellar on 70 again.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
Dark Knight on 35.
Dark Knight's the best. That's like one of my favorite movies ever.
I know. Tell me about it.
That's Nolan's best, bro. Sorry, Interstellar. I think it's Nolan's best.
No, I gotta give it to Interstellar,
I love the Dark
bro.
Knight. Dark Knight.
What do you think of Dune?
That's
bro?
like.
That's my snub of the year. What was that? You say something?
I said, bro's gonna get me canceled. No. I love Dune too.
Do you see like?
I think it deserved a lot more of the outer. I don't know if it deserved Best Picture, but I think it deserved
Best Director, bro. Easy.
100% deserved Best Director.
Didn't even get nominated.
Who won it?
Sean Baker,
Nora won Best Director. Yeah.
Did you watch Dune Part 1?
Yeah, I think Dune Part 2 was better.
I think Part 1 was way better. Dune Part 1 is the movie I've seen in theaters the most in my life. I saw it 8 times in IMAX.
Dude, I think Dune 2
I became obsessed, bro, with Dune Part 1.
I think Austin Butler's villain was so intriguing to me that like I like a bad villain more than I like a good protagonist, and I think I liked his villain more.
Oh, Dune Part 2 is amazing,
I just like the cockiness of it. Yeah.
But I don't know what it was about Part 1 that I read the book
I need to rewatch it. I've seen it once.
I watched all of Denis' career after that. I saw all of Timothy's career after that. Like, Denis Villeneuve is my favorite director.
Blade Runner bangs, dude. Bro, I love Blade Runner.
2049 is top 5 movies.
Overly hated.
It
got hated for no reason. The new one.
Nah, no way, bro. That's top 5 for me.
Non-film people hated it, is what I've heard.
Oh, dude,
I don't think it
I
scored
took my
very well.
brother to see it in high school.
Yeah,
I think he left 4 times and had lunch in between. Like,
dude,
he left the theater.
It's just,
Bro, when I
people don't
lived
like
in
it.
Dubai, I put that movie on every day to fall asleep. I'm not kidding.
I need to watch Dune. You know what? I may,
No,
I'm working
Blade
today, I may
Runner,
put
not
Dune
Dune.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Blade Runner's top 5 for me. 2049, the last one.
It's up there for me. I don't know if it's top 5, but I think it's such a good movie. I'll ask you one. Denis or Christopher, you got to kill one of them. And all their
You gotta
past
kill
films.
him?
I mean, their careers are like, all their films go away.
Even though Denis is my favorite, I think I'd rather get rid of Denis than Chris.
I think so, too.
Because the impact of Chris's movies.
Nolan has bangers, bro. Oh, my God. And the impact on the industry. He saved superhero movies, bro.
He saved everything.
He made it so superhero movies weren't just goofy Kate movies.
He saved everything ever. Oppenheimer saved us last year. Bro, the Odyssey is going to save us again.
So good.
Interstellar saved us again. By the way, speaking of like, this is so random. Speaking of like you realizing that you could shave things off as a producer on your future projects. Dallas Buyers Club was short $1.5 million before they started production.
Okay.
So they cut the entire G&E department.
Shut
the entire movie is shot on. The entire movie shot in natural light.
No way.
I never even knew.
I need to rewatch it now.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to watch it.
They don't have a single lighting person.
And it won Oscars.
Bro, Matthew McConaughey was saying, you show up in the morning, you start shooting, you wrap, you're done. There's like no waiting. There's no...
Whoa.
They shot all day, every day. That was a quick in and out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What was the budget on that?
I think 5.5. They didn't have money to do it.
Wow. That's crazy cheap.
The director told Matthew
gotta get creative, man.
A week before they started shooting, he goes, we don't have the money to do this, but if you show up on the first day, I'll be there. And that's how they started shooting, bro. They didn't know if they were going to get day 2 or day 3 or anything.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Bro, I could talk to you forever about this stuff.
Yeah,
but,
bro.
But it's been
I know.
2 hours and a half at this point.
Your editing is going to be brutal, bro.
Let's I'll have a good time doing it.
Let's hop on a call. Once I lock in Lebanon, I'll just call you. We can catch up and figure all that out.
Yeah.
I want some advice on where to go and what to do.
Nah, for sure. You're going to enjoy it, bro. You'll love it. I hope you get to go, by the way. I know it's not confirmed yet, but...
Easy. Well, much love, brother. I don't know how you want to close this out, but...
I don't know. Thank you so much for being a part of it, dude. I really appreciate you. Episode 0,
of course,
bro.
Man. Yes,
we're going to get 4 views, bro.
hey, dude. It happens brick by brick, man.
Yeah. The social media will catch on. But, dude, I can't thank you enough. I know we were supposed to do an hour. It's been 2 hours and 20 minutes.
No, bro. I dedicated the morning to this.
I'm looking forward to, like, working with you again sometime. I know not in Lebanon, but, like, you know, at some point.
I hope it's in London, bro. I hope we book a shoot in London. I can come out there, dude. That would be way cooler.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these LA local shoots.
Puzzle, bro. I've been looking forward to working with Puzzle again. I'm not gonna lie, it's still my favorite team I've worked with, bro. I'm not kidding.
Bro, we haven't done a full crew production in a year. Oh, that's a lie. We just did one in freaking December. Besides the December shoot, I think all of last year was micro crews.
Really? Like content?
Mm-hmm. Like docu stuff where Gabe's A cam, I'm B cam, and then we just do sound ourselves. But yeah, bro, we did so much Red Bull like small crew stuff that I've kind of been out of the game for. Dude, what am I saying? We had the feats. I'm being stupid. We had a couple, but strictly puzzle shoots that were me Gabe team. Bro, we have not been cooking the big shoots.
Soon. Bro, 2025 is going to be a good year. You know it is.
Come on.
For all of us, hopefully.
Easy, brother.
Well, take it easy, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me on. I'll call you hopefully next week about Lebanon advice.
Looking forward to it, dude. Take care, yeah?
Peace out.
See you, brother.